Hey snipers, welcome to Stock Sniper Trading. Thanks everyone for joining. Welcome guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everybody. It's almost 11 a.m. Eastern and it is a new month, July 1st. It's Canada Day and welcome guys. And it is Wednesday. It is US Canadian banks are closed today. Dave is taking a day off as today as well, and so we'll be going for next couple hours. Markets are really moving to this morning. There was a lot of news coming out of the US regarding the ISM excuse me, the ISM manufacturing PMI data. Kevin Warsh spoke earlier this morning, talking about he doubled down on possible interest rate hikes coming up to tame down the inflation in the near future. And the dollar is moving, gold is moving, NASDAQ is moving, US30 is moving, oil is moving, pretty much everything is moving. And I left the charts from yesterday exactly how they were when we finished. I want to review those today because if you look at gold, it retraced all the way back up, closed above, and look at where it tapped on yesterday's opening balance exactly, and look at where it took off. And also, you guys remember when we wrapped up with NASDAQ yesterday, where we put a pending buy order in the point of control of the Wall Street, and it came right back in there, and 3 wicks came right out of there and shot up NASDAQ for a few points. So guys, I really want to review this on today's call because this can literally set you up for success in trading if you pay attention and you follow what we do here on a daily basis. If you patiently wait for the market to come to you in a specific high probability trading zone, you have the probability to be more successful with your trading, take trades with minimal to zero drawdown, and potentially hit your daily goal and really clean up your mistakes you're making in trading, as well as teaching you the proper mindset of trading, proper risk management, and really drilling home price action skills. So guys, if you guys really want to learn how to do this, Dave and myself are always here with you guys every single day. Whether we're in the private Zoom or we're on YouTube with you guys, we are here with you guys, okay? So I really need you guys to pay attention when we're on the calls, to continue to learn and ask good questions. And I promise you, your trading will get better by the candlestick, okay? And guys, we have a giveaway. We're still doing the AI trade ideas and the monthly. You just got to sign up in the free Telegram. I'm also doing a giveaway for myself. We haven't hit 500 likes on a stream in a long time. So our right now I'm setting the bar. If we do get 500 likes on YouTube, and it can be on today's session, it can be next week, it can be 1 month from now, it can be a year from now. Whenever we hit 500 likes, it's up to you guys. I will award someone in the YouTube with a free 101 for 90 minutes with myself to go over anything to help you with your trading, okay? Sometimes we get 500 viewers, sometimes we get 1,000, sometimes we had 1.4, one day we had 2,000 viewers. So if you just do the math, if everyone can just like, then I'll give a free 101 giveaway. That's up to you guys. And so the more you like, the more you subscribe, the more you share the channel, the faster we get out there and we can reach more people and help more people to maybe learn how to be financially free for free, right? There's no charge on YouTube, guys. We really want to get out to the entire world. As much as we're getting our subscribers, we're over 100,000. You can see there's the play button right behind me shining over there. So that's nice. But our main goal, our main objective is not just for YouTube play buttons. It is to help everyone around the world. Like, we are helping a lot of individuals learn the art of trading and changing their lives. And also in Zoom, there's 2 individuals also. There's if they're on the call, if not, I'll message them. Shepo, if you're on Zoom, I saw that on the one Zoom call you were showing your success in the Zoom chat. I want to do a one-on-one with you as well, Shepo. If you're on the call, we can set that up. And Vinay, we also have to do you. We still got to get to that. I've just been really busy. We're going to get to Vinay, Shepo, and Sean. Sean, remember you shared that very nice message about patience and discipline and how it's changed your game of journaling and everything like that. So I really want to have another one-on-one with you to make sure we get you back right on the page right now that you're on. And now it's time to continue your success. Okay. So that's my spiel for the day. That's to award guys on Zoom, to show appreciation to you guys with your hard work, and you guys on YouTube. Okay. And that's what I'm going to do. So I got to make up time for that. So we got a couple hours on today's call, so let's get right into it because there's a lot going on, a lot to go over, okay? So you're gonna hear me say, guys, a lot. Pay attention, pay attention, pay attention, because when I'm talking about some important things, I need you to pay attention. Don't worry right now whether we're buying or selling, okay? I'm telling you right off the hop right now. Who cares about buying and selling? Because I want to teach you about yesterday's charts, and then we'll do a fresh top down. Then we'll buy and sell until our heart's desire. Okay, let's get right into it because there was news today. What happened with the news? First, coming out of Europe, BOE's Bailey decision not to raise rates was based on the softening economy. Okay, so this is out in Europe. We have delayed a reaction mechanism to energy prices. So you can see that Europe is not they're cooling down, they're not hiking interest rates. America on the other side, they're hinting that they want to hike interest rates. So we have to see on the next FOMC meeting coming up, but we have NFP tomorrow. Okay, so we have to worry about right now job numbers and what's going on. So this was all of the news going through Europe. You can see there was a lot. Okay, and the Eurozone also had their CPI flash estimate, and estimates over here came in lower than expected. Today's the bank holiday in Canada, so everything is closed in Canada, not just banks, the grocery stores, everything is closed. So that's why I'm with you guys. I'm going to be right after this with my family and go enjoy, the day. It's extremely hot outside. It's like 36 degrees, but very humid. It's like 43 with the humidity. It's disgusting outside. You can't even barely breathe outside. So I'm thankful to have air conditioned home. And but there's going to be fireworks later on and things like that. So happy Canada Day to all of our Canadians out there. And also, guys, Saturday is the big World Cup game, Canada versus Morocco. And that should be an interesting game and exciting on the weekend. And let's just continue going. Okay, so we had now the Fed Chairman War speak, okay? His remarks we can get on Financial Juice. We can go over it in just a minute. But he was speaking. So you can see at 9 a.m., it's a high impact folder. Anytime you see War speaking, it's going to be high impact. It's just like before when Powell was speaking. This is our new FOMC chair. Get used to his name and get used to how the markets move when he's speaking, because he will talk about inflation. He will talk about monetary policy. He'll talk about the US dollar. He'll talk about the job reports. He'll talk about the economy. He'll talk about everything. So we got to get clues from this guy to understand how the markets can be moving. So we got to listen to forward guidance, what he's saying. And he's been hinting and doubling down on possible rate hikes coming in the near future. Donald Trump doesn't want that, and Donald Trump doesn't like that. This is Donald Trump's buddy over here. So they might be bumping heads, but we'll see what really shapes up over here, okay? It could just be all talk, right? A lot of these guys do just talk, to get the markets going, to get everything going, and then come the FOMC, then they pivot and they switch their entire direction, and then they say something else. So I take what he says with a grain of salt, but I still watch how the markets move with what he's saying, okay? Over here, then we had at 10 a.m. this morning, the big U.S. news. ISM manufacturing PMI. You can see it came out red below the forecast and below the previous month. Same with the ISM manufacturing prices. Okay, so that directly impacts the US dollar. You guys can imagine with these red numbers, it's not that positive for the US dollar. That's why you probably saw gold rip at this time. Okay, because of these numbers over here. We had our crude oil inventories, and also, guys, look at this. If you're trading power hour today at 3:15 p.m. Eastern, that's 45 minutes right before the markets close, look who is speaking. Our friend over here, President Trump, is speaking. Click on the folder and you can see he's due to speak at the dedication of the Theodore Roosevelt Presidential Library in North Dakota. Do I know what he's talking about? No. Does anybody know what he's talking about? I doubt it. This guy can go off script and just talk about anything. So You have to really pay attention, and it's going right into the market close. Okay, so be very careful at that time. Now, tomorrow's a really, really, really big day of the entire week. It's the first Friday. We normally have our NFP numbers, but Friday in the US is an Independence Day holiday. So all US banks will be closed. So they moved the NFP till tomorrow morning at 8:30. This is one of the most highly volatile events in the entire calendar. This and FOMC are probably the most volatile events for any security. This is when 99% of retail traders gamble and blow up their accounts. Stop being that person, okay? Listen to what your uncle is saying. Stop blowing up your accounts. Stop gambling with these job numbers. Pay attention to what's going on. Wait for candles to close. Pick your time frame. Whether you're going to trade the first 1 minute of NFP, wait for 60 seconds for that first 1 minute candle to close, and then you'll see: is it a big bullish engulfed candle? Is it a bearish engulfed candle? Is it a spin top? Anything. Just base off of the close. Whether you're a 5-minute trader, wait 5 minutes. If you're a 15-minute trader, wait 15 minutes. If you're an hourly trader, wait the entire hour. If you're a daily trader, wait for the daily candle to close. Listen to what I'm saying, because there could be trades, really good trades, right after everything settles down, and you might be trading this whipsaw garbage with shitty spreads, high leverage, whipsaw action, slippage, and you're going to get your account screwed. You've maybe had 1 or 2 good weeks in a row, and then you're going to go crazy on this morning, and you're going to give everything back, and then you're going to wonder, what the hell did you just do? Believe me, we've all been in this situation, including myself, many times, and I've learned my lesson. So I need you guys to learn your lesson too. This is not a time to gamble, okay? Who cares what TikTok is saying and all those other streamers? They're going full port in here. They're doing it for likes and subscribes and followers. We don't do shit like that. We are real traders here, where we take trading serious. Okay, it's not a game. It's real money for us. Okay, we pay that we put food on the table with trading. Okay, this is not a time to gamble. Same with you guys. So please, if you've had a good week, don't go blowing everything tomorrow morning. It's not worth it. You're gonna regret it on the weekend, and then you're gonna say, why didn't I listen to that guy? Why didn't I listen to him when he was telling me this? This is where you decrease your risk. This is where you trade smaller. I know it doesn't sound normal. Everyone wants to hear we go bigger sizing, everything. No, this is a time where you go smaller. Leave your ego at the door and trade like a businessman. Trade like a real trader. Stop treating this like it's a casino, okay? If you have the urge to gamble, go to your local casino, play some poker, pull the slot machine down, play baccarat, go play roulette, go do what you want, take $100 and go to your local casino and go have fun for the night. But this is not time to have fun. This is time to take your trading serious, okay? So please, because this is not the first NFP and last NFP you're gonna see. It comes every single month, the first Friday of every month, okay? So get used to that. And and tomorrow our weekly unemployment claims will be also coming out. Probably be irrelevant compared to these 3 high risk folders, okay? And then Friday, guys, just real quick, Friday, US banks are closed. So you guys know we have a blog on US holidays and how that impacts trading. I won't be here. I'll be at the beach with my family, taking the day off, as you should be too. Dave won't be here. I doubt it as well. So we'll be taking a long weekend over here, okay? So please, guys, take the day off, enjoy a long weekend, and happy Independence Day to all of our American friends on Friday if I don't see you guys, okay? Now, let's just continue moving. We're right here. Here's Warsh. He spoke in the morning. Warsh doubles down on Fed's inflation focus. In his first comment since his Fed debut, Warsh said the central bank will never be comfortable with inflation above its 2% target. Good luck, okay? Because right now, inflation is well above that. So we'll see if he can get it done. It can be done. It's been done in the past, but we'll see if he can get it done. Okay, so Dow pulls back from record rally with Warsh in focus. The ADP report misses with jobs data on the deck. Okay, so we had that, the ADP job numbers, so they missed. That could be telling us what could happen tomorrow morning. Layoffs, March lower, but AI starts to show up in cuts. Oil's wild ride has upended everything Wall Street has expected. Lots of news here, all type of things. Bitcoin is having a dismal year, and analyst says 40,000 plunge could be in play. We'll see. What else we got going on? Tech is always in the news. You can click on any article and read. Taylor Swift, what's she all about? She's in the news over here. I don't know what the hell she's in the news over here for, but if you guys are a Swiftie fan, you got your Swiftie news over here. Okay, now let's continue. Let's continue moving forward. This is our free Telegram channel. To everybody on YouTube, thank you guys. 300 viewers. Remember what I said. At 300 viewers, there should be 300 likes. If we get up to 500 likes, I will give someone a free one-on-one on YouTube. I'll do the random giveaway myself. Okay. Here's in the free Telegram, you get all of the live upcoming YouTube links, so you know when we're going live, and then you can come here. Here are the recaps of some trade ideas that we send out. And with full trade management. Not a lot of groups do that. They'll just give you a signal and you do the rest. But this is kind of a breakdown of everything transpiring. This was a NFP report blog right here. It's a full detailed blog. NFP Sniper Trading Guide, what every trader needs to know. Please, if everyone can go over this today, it take 5 minutes to read this, take 10 minutes to read this, have it with your coffee. Just read this before NFP. It might help you. I know the FOMC blog that we did before, I got a lot of messages and said, Ron, that blog helped me with those different scenarios. It really helped me become patient and look for one of those scenarios. If you guys want, I can go over this for a quick 5 minutes with you guys, and I'll do it for you, and I'll break it down in my own words like I normally do. Okay. But if you get a chance, please read this. Okay. It's for free. It's available on our website under the blog section, or in this free Telegram, you just click on this link right here. It could really give you a good understanding of what NFP is, the numbers, and what to expect. So there's no surprises. I'll give you the 3 different options and the 3 different scenarios. It's just up to you to follow which scenario plays out. Same with the FOMC. It played out perfectly with one of those scenarios. Okay. And then we have giveaways here too. Every Friday there's giveaways. This was congratulations to Kalani Fab, who won last week's giveaway. We'll have another one, guys. We want to give stuff away. We'll give months of premium plan at SST. We'll give giveaways to this AI trade ideas. I'll give away one-on-ones. I don't care. We just want you guys to continue learning and earning with us. So please, and I love it when you guys are more focused and we're not just here, are we buying or selling? Are we buying or selling? We are here to learn, okay? We're here that's our channel. That's what our mission is. Our mission and vision here at SST, including with myself and Dave, is to teach about trading, educate about trading. That's what we're passionate about. I'm not passionate about a buy and sell signal, okay? I'm really passionate about you guys learning and becoming better traders, because that's how I became a better trader. It wasn't by just flip-flopping to different channels and asking for buys and sells. I wanted to learn how to trade. I wanted to do this for the rest of my life, and I'm living that in reality. I am doing this every single day, and I know you guys can too. Don't just say, oh, only Ron can do this, or only SST guys can do this, or only Dave can do it. No, you can do this. You can do this. You just have to understand that it's going to take time to learn. It might take you. Just put the time in learning. If you have to go back to a demo account for 1 week, you got to go back to a demo account. Who gives a shit what your neighbor or your friends say, or what someone says? Oh, he's trading with a demo account. He's a chicken. It doesn't matter. You're learning. Okay. So just understand, we're more mature here. We're almost 45 years old. Okay. I'm not 20 anymore. I'm not here to show off. I'm not here to flex. I'm here to educate. Okay. I'm an old man now. I really want to educate. And if you want to learn about education, visit our website, stocksnipertrading.com. It's a very it's an age of technology, and believe me, I don't like technology. I don't like computers. So if I can navigate on our website and I can go through this, I'm sure you guys can do it better than me. Okay? If you really want to learn, you just visit our education section. There's everything you need to know here about trading. I promise you. And if there isn't, I will make it happen where there is. Will you give me the feedback, what you guys want to see on here? We've got courses, we've got tutorials, we have 3 to 5 day extensive boot camps on anything you need, risk management boot camp, psychology of trading bootcamp, everything you need here. When you go into the webinars, you see you have a beginner level, you have an intermediate level, you have an advanced level. There's over 120 webinars here. They're all approximately 2-3 hours in length. This will take you a lifetime to even watch all of these. There's too much on here. Sometimes it's overwhelming when a new trader comes in here, but just take your time. Read. There's a title and a description. You can see what you're looking for. If today you want to learn about impulse candles, I'm sure that you come in this advanced section, you'll find a title that says impulse trades. If there's a break and retest you're looking for, or what is a wick on a candlestick, or what is support or mindset, there's everything we've covered in all of these. If you guys are looking for that free blog on NFP, it's right over here. And I'll go over it really quickly with us right now, okay? So just bear with me. We're going to get to the charts. I promise you. We're probably going to lose. See, right now we just lost about 50 viewers because he's educating. No one is interested in learning, and that's what I have to deal with. See how our viewers drop as soon as we start educating. As soon as I go into say, guys, we're buying gold right now, the viewers will go up to 500 and 1,000. So I know how this game works. I've been on YouTube for 6 years now. I know how this game works, but I'm going to stick to what I do here. I'm not worried about growing the channel. The channel will grow organically by itself, okay? If you guys are really here to learn, that's how this channel will grow. I'm not here for views and fake shit like that. We are a very organic channel from day one. We don't buy any views. We don't buy any subs. We don't buy fuck all. We buy your respect with you guys coming on and learning here. So here's the NFP report tomorrow, okay? Thursday, July 2nd. 8:30 a.m. Be ready. One report, one moment, massive market movements. Be prepared, be disciplined, trade the reaction, not the prediction. Okay, so let's just go over this. You need to know this. Whether you want to or not, you'll probably be trading an NFP come, maybe it's tomorrow, maybe it's next month, maybe it's a couple months from now. But learn what this is, okay? It's non-farm payroll. Every month, there is one economic event that has the power to move virtually every financial market within seconds. That event is the U.S. non-farm payrolls, NFP report. For traders, NFP can create incredible opportunities, but it can also wipe out weeks or even months of profits if risk isn't managed correctly. So guys on Zoom, I know some of you guys are doing really well. Like Mono is getting week over week over week with payouts in his prop firms. I know there's so many traders out there that are doing good in the last couple weeks. So I'm speaking to you guys. Do not wipe out your account tomorrow on NFP. Continue your success, scale slowly. Next week, it's a new month, might be incredible volume we'll be trading. Just don't do anything stupid and silly right now, okay? At SST, our goal isn't simply to catch volatility. Our goal is to protect capital. You guys know from day one, if you've been here, I always say a trader's number one job is to protect your own capital. If you don't have any capital, you're not trading. You'll be on the sidelines forever, okay? So you got to protect capital. That's why when we say when you go into a profit, you take your stop loss and you move it to a break even so you're not risking anything. We don't just say this, we actually live by this, okay? Your capital first and capitalize on high probability opportunities second. Why is this NFP this month on Thursday? Some of you guys might be asking that, so here it is. Normally the NFP report is released on the first Friday of each month at 8:30. However, because US markets are closed Friday, July 3rd for the Independence Day holiday, this month's employment situation report will instead be released tomorrow morning, okay? So that's different. Make sure you know that. What is the non-farm payroll? We get this all the time. What is this? The non-farm payroll report is released monthly by the US BLS, the Bureau of Labor Statistics. What does it measure? It measures the number of jobs added or lost in the US economy. Let me repeat this. So that's why this is such a high impact event. This is telling us in 1 month, the last month, did US, how many number of jobs did it add? Or did it lose? That's why it can really affect the US dollar, and that's why you have to pay attention to this, okay? The unemployment rate, it's set at 4.3%. We'll see if that's going up or down. You guys know what unemployment is. The average hourly earnings, this is wage inflation, and then the labor force participation. What does it exclude? Okay, so it excludes farm workers. It will not report on farm workers. It does not report on military personnel. It does not report on private household employees, and it doesn't include certain nonprofit workers. Okay. Because employment drives consumer spending, inflation, and overall economic growth, NFP is one of the most closely watched economic releases in the world, okay? So this is big because the global reserve currency is the US dollar. So everywhere around the world is looking at this, okay? So it really is more of a global release, okay? Why does NFP matter? The employment market is one of Fed Reserve's biggest indicators when making interest rate decisions. A stronger labor market can mean higher consumer spending, stronger economic growth, persistent inflation, higher interest rates for longer. A weaker labor market can signal slowing economic activity, lower inflation pressures, greater likelihood of future rate cuts, and increased recession concerns. This is why markets often experience explosive moves immediately after the report. Okay, what markets does NFP affect? Nearly every major security you talk about. Dow Jones, US30, Ms. Jones will move. NASDAQ will move. S&P 500 will move. The US dollar will move. Euro USD. We did an analysis the other day on Euro USD. That might reach some targets, and hopefully you did your top-down analysis. GBP USD, gold, silver, oil, and every other stock security. If you're trading Nvidia, if you're trading Apple, if you're trading SpaceX, if you're trading mid caps, if you're trading penny stocks, everything will move. Bitcoin and cryptocurrency will move. Okay, bond yields also tend to react sharply, which can influence equity markets throughout the trading session. What is the market expecting? Okay, so now the forecast. This is the forecast. Remember, this is the previous month. After May's stronger than expected payroll gain, so if you guys remember, the US dollar did really well on the last NFP, and that's when gold sold off. Why? Because these numbers were excellent. They added a payroll gain of 172,000 jobs last month. Economists generally expect hiring to cool in June while remaining positive. Many forecasts cluster around the 110 to 145,000 new jobs, with the unemployment rate expected to remain near 4.3, 4.4%. That means traders should prepare for larger than normal price swings if the actual numbers differ significantly from the expectations. So here's the scenarios. Those three scenarios that I was telling you. So one of these scenarios is going to play out. Which one will it be? Well, let's break down the different options or different scenarios. Scenario one, much stronger than expected. So what could we see here? We could see the NFP numbers be 180,000 or more. Okay, so above the forecast. Unemployment falls. Wages increase. So let's just put the pieces of the puzzle together. To me, when I'm just reading those three, that's really good. You know, that's good for an economy. A lot of jobs created. Unemployment is going down. That's good. Wages increasing. That's fantastic. So what will be the possible market reactions? US dollar will strengthen. Do you understand that? Like, more investments will come into the US dollar if they see the economy performing really, really well. So what will happen to other securities that are correlated with the US dollar? Gold may sell off, may decline. Euro USD could sell off. Bond yields will rise because they'll see more foreign investments buying US Treasury bonds because it's a safe play and you get good yields. You'll maybe get almost 5% on your money. So bond yields will rise. Stock indices may initially fall if traders expect the Federal Reserve to keep interest rates higher for longer. Now, scenario two, okay, that's a positive scenario. That could happen tomorrow, and then that's what you could be looking for. So if I was seeing that scenario, I would be doing a top-down analysis on gold and see it's coming up right now, and then look for higher time frame, because I know when we do a top-down, it's sloping down. Is it reaching that all-time high trend line? Is it approaching a red zone? You know, where the sellers are waiting. You know, like the markets anticipate all of this. Markets there's already pending orders waiting for this news. So if this plays out, you just think right now, you don't think that institutions have offering orders in red blocks if gold comes right up to there, and then they could sell it right back down? Like, just think about these things, guys. You got to put one piece of the puzzle together and understand how real trading works. Everything is intertwined, and it's not just I'll show you when I get to the charts. You'll see how everything came right back down to those points of control. Remember, we had that possible buy setup. You just had to patiently wait for it, and You'll see exactly when I show you the charts. The charts do the talking, not me, okay? I'm just reading a blog here. Scenario 2. What if we have a much weaker than expected? Okay, so this is now a completely different scenario and situation. Okay, so an example, let's say the NFP is below 50,000 or even negative. Sometimes you'll see a negative number. We saw that earlier in the year. So what will happen if this is 50,000 or a negative, like a really, really low number? How will the market dissect this, or how will it move? So what happens if we have that low number and unemployment rises from 4.3, it goes 4.4, 4.5? That's not good. That's very bad. And then what will be the possible market reaction? US dollar will weaken. Why? Because investors will take money to sell the US dollar to move it somewhere else where they'll get like a safe haven. Will they'll protect their money? They don't want to sit in and hold US dollars if we're getting these horrible numbers coming out. So the US dollar weakens. Well, where will they move that money? Just think. When it moves from one, where will it go? Gold. So then we'll see gold be bullish. We'll see gold rally, silver, copper, metals. We'll see those all across the board. You'll see those. If you're trading in the stock market, junior miners, mid-cap gold companies will go up in value. So this is how you can also trade the stock market alongside with all of this stuff. Euro USD will strengthen, okay? A bearish US dollar will strengthen, maybe see more investments going into the euro, maybe in the pound, in other major currencies around the world, okay? Stock indices may initially rise if markets anticipate future interest rate cuts, though a very weak report could also spark recession fears and create a risk-off move. Okay, and then the final scenario is close to expectations. You'll see when the numbers are, pretty much identical. Then what happens with the move in the market? If the report comes in near expectations or right at expectations, markets often produce an initial spike in both directions before choosing a sustained trend. So that's the liquidity grabs. It will spike up. That's what a spin top candle is, or a pin bar candle. Maybe initially it goes bullish, you buy and it's bullish, and then it gets rejected with a big wick and goes back down and goes all the way low to grab liquidity low. And then there's a big wick rejecting back up. And then you can see that whipsaw trading action until the market decides, after listening to more and more and dissecting what's going on, then it will choose a sustained trend. So that's what I mean. If you can stay out of that whipsaw action, you can maybe trade better trading trend or volume after the fact. So that's why I recommend you wait for your body of your candle to close, okay? And this is why patience frequently pays. Professional traders often wait for the initial volatility to settle, liquidity to return, confirmation of direction, high probability technical setups, and why risk management is critical, okay? One of the biggest mistakes traders make is assuming they know what the market will do. Nobody knows what the market will do. Even professional analysts who have been studying the markets for 50 years do not know what will happen, okay? No one can say that they can predict exactly what will happen. That's impossible, okay? And if you're saying that, you're lying to yourself. So we can't predict what's going to happen exactly, but we can make some predictions and trade with high probability success in probable zones with doing a top-down analysis. So nobody knows. Not banks, not hedge funds, not YouTubers, not professional traders. Only Donald Trump knows. No, I'm just joking. During NFP, spreads widen, okay? You'll see that with your broker. So it's not a good idea. Some of your prop firms don't even allow you to trade high impact news. They'll if you do, they'll put a strike on you, or they'll cancel your account, or they don't even allow you to trade. So why do they do that? That's probably for your benefit, okay? So spreads widen. I don't like trading gold unless I have a 0.5 pip spread. If it goes to 2, 3, 5, 10 pips, I'm not trading. Why would I want to trade with a spread like that? When you take a trade, you're going to be so far behind, it's not even funny. So what's the point of that? Stay out of the market. So if your spreads widen, the broker's telling you how much volatility there is. The broker's telling you, not me. Slippage increases. Try and take a market execution or a pending order and see if you wanted to get filled at 4,000 and then all of a sudden you see you got filled at 3,995 and it filled you $5 lower than what you expected. Don't be surprised. Don't go crying to your broker what happened. That's where the market filled you because how fast the markets are moving. It's an online auction, okay? Liquidity disappears. Stop loss orders can be filled at worse prices than expected. How many of you guys have ever traded one of these high impact events, had a stop loss, and it bypassed your stop loss and even went down further? It's happened to me multiple times. So even your stop loss can't even protect you when there's volatility like this, because it could just go right through and not even fill your stop loss, and then you lose even more than what you expected. So as a rule of thumb, it's because of the volatility, okay? So don't trade this. Prices can move hundreds of points within seconds. We've seen the first 1 minute be like 1,000 pips in some of these situations, okay? And if you're on the wrong end, say goodbye to your account, okay? Many traders blow funded accounts simply by risking too much during news events. Stock sniper trading risk management tips. Okay, so reduce your position size. It's not that difficult. Trade half size or quarter size positions can help you stay in the game if volatility exceeds expectations. You guys know how my risk management is. If I'm trading 1% for my entire account for the day, am I applying 1% in just taking one trade and hoping for the best on NFP? No, I'll reduce that to maybe I'll take only a 0.1, a 0.2. If I lose, then I still have money to recover later on in the day, but I'm not blowing up my accounts or throwing back all my profits, things like that. So reduce your sizing. Avoid chasing the first candle. This is one of the biggest mistakes I make and you make, right? As retail traders, we just chase the first candle. Are we buying? Are we selling? Are we buying? Are we selling? And I'm saying, guys, just relax, chill out. Like, we'll see what happens. Let the candle close. Or just pick a direction and hopefully it's not a spin top candle, because you're going to go for a ride. I talk too much. Okay, then I'm not going to read the rest of the blog because I'm talking too much. The rest is for you. Good luck trading NFP. If you blow up accounts, don't come crying to us, okay? I won't read it anymore because I see you guys are getting restless. So I understand. A lot of people aren't here for the education. The blog is there for you guys. You guys read the rest, okay? And if you guys are ready to go, I'm ready to go. Hit the subscribe button, like the channel. Like I said, if we get 500 likes, there will be a free 101 with a lucky winner on YouTube, and it won't be the Gillis, because you said I talk too much. So in a 101, I do talk a lot. I'll talk for 90 minutes or 2 hours with you. So so Gillis, unfortunately, you're not going to be a winner of the 101. So because I do talk a lot in the 101. We have to communicate with each other. We got to talk. I'm not going to do sign language on the 101. So we got to talk. Okay. I'm a talker. Okay. But anyways, let's get to the charts. Everyone on Zoom, welcome, guys. Tulumi, Sergio, welcome. Sonia, good afternoon. Vinay, thank you for joining, brother. Vinay, we're going to link up for that 101. I promise you, okay? I've just been very, very busy, but we're going to link up. I promise you, we're going to get that done. But I see you're doing really well with your trading. Sustain it, but I'll be there to answer any questions. Bruce, welcome. Rahul, thank you. You're sweating here. Me too. It's very, very hot. There's like a global heat wave going across the world. David, welcome. We are in the hydration break right now. Yep, we need a hydration break, just like in football. Keisha, welcome. Yeah, I see. Education is key. I've got to go back to education to learn more. See, our snipers in Zoom want to learn education. That's why they're going to be successful traders. I hope you guys on YouTube are interested in education too. Otherwise, good luck with your trading. Sergio, you don't trade NFP anymore. Lesson learned last year. Good. Sometimes the lessons are learned when you blow up accounts and you lose a lot of money. What's the point, right? If you've been doing good all week on different days, NFP, just let it go. Just who cares about it? It's nothing special. It's just, it gets a big name because it happens once a month, just like FOMC. I would love to avoid trading those sessions, but we got to come in because that's what everyone wants to trade. Mike, Bruno, welcome, guys. And from the top on YouTube, sorry, guys, I just got to finish my talking. I got to be respectful to you guys as well. Hannon, you're the first one. Sell gold. Okay, we'll listen to you. Mahmoud, welcome. I can't read Arabic, but welcome. Sakur, Julius, so you're selling gold. Excellent. Good, good, guys. And Donjon, welcome. Yippee. Okay. Perfect, guys. Let's get into it. We have almost 400 viewers. I'm not going to check the likes because we don't even have 500 viewers. So I don't think we'll have 500 likes. And that's for a free 101. Okay. If anybody wants it. Where are we going? Okay, so gold. Look, guys, okay, this is where, okay, we're on the charts. So we're not talking about NFP now, we're on the charts. You guys remember we did this analysis yesterday. We were trading in this zone and then we called the call off. And then you see how it came back down. Remember when I said right after the call, it came right into here. Okay, look at we ended the call right here at 1 p.m. There it is, 1 p.m. And then it came, look at where it came right in. Right into that 200 EMA, right into our hourly green zone, wick, double bottom, and there was a nice little break. But you see, when it got up to here, it could not break the resistance. Then it came right back down. If you did there's the top, and then it used the red block, it inverted it, and you could have sold right back down. And then look, it consolidated right there, and then the sellers took control. So right there, that green zone becomes red. Anybody do this yesterday, or is this just me that does this every single day? I swear to God, guys, this is how I trade. And when you guys ask me, is this guy successful? Is this guy making money in the markets? Your guess is as good as mine. I'm not going to say how much I make. I could tell you I'm a losing trader. I don't care, okay? But this is how I trade. And it's pretty simple, okay? Look it. Now it came back down. Look at, I'm just following it. It came to a daily level, 39995. See when it sold down? Look at what happened when it got to opening day's balance. So there was the initial bounce. It bounced, okay? If you're looking for a quick counter trade or scalp, but look at where it came right into. It came right into the red zone, right in there. Now it's below the hourly support. So you got to give the benefit of doubt to the sellers. They flipped the zone. Whether you want it to continue to go up, you gotta fight the zone. Okay, those are offers. It's not me in the market. Those are offers. You're fighting institutions. Okay, and now it came back down, closed below the opening balance. When it came up to the opening balance became the resistance, and then you got like three tops. And then look at when it broke down. Futures market. This is look at then it dumped. Anybody sell the futures Tokyo session? If you did, congratulations. And then look at where it finally bottomed out, guys. This is not an analysis I just did after the fact to show you guys, oh, it can do this, it can do that. This was from yesterday's analysis. Look at, we had another hourly zone right there, 3962 identified, and look at the bottom of the move was right there, okay? If you had an alert, you could have bought out of there, and then look at the buy coming right out of there. That was right near the lowest point of the day. There's the yesterday's purple line, okay? Again, am I the only one that trades like this? I want you guys, see how you can patiently wait for the trade to come to you with an alert, and then you watch, and this is where your high probable trading zones are, okay? Now look at it. Let's follow this volume. Look, it came all the way back up, coming all at 7 a.m. this morning. Look at right there. Here it comes up. Right back to basically where we were trading yesterday. Okay, so this zone, look, it's going across, going across, going across, going across. We got blue volume close above. It's a green zone now, the same zone. I'm showing you how static it is. Now look at, here's where it came down. Look at right there. It broke, grabbed liquidity where? Back, that was yesterday's opening balance. Remember I tell you how important the OHLC is, the opening balance? See what I mean why it's a static line? Look at where today's rocket started. Right here, 9 a.m. It came, it tapped yesterday's and came up, then it inverted, and look at 920, massive bullish structural candle. That's a structural candle. Alex was on the call yesterday. He said, Ron, which one is a structural candle? That one. Find with the Fibonacci, opening price, closing price, and you'll target right there. In between these red lines is the point of control. Have we retraced back into it? No. I'll show you with NASDAQ how it did. Okay, so this is gold right now. Continuing to go, continue to go. Look at where it came up to, a daily point of interest. Why do I have these yellow lines? Okay, so I'm going to start a fresh chart. I'm going to get rid of all of this. Normally, I wouldn't get rid of this. I would just continue to trade off of these lines throughout the week, all day, every day. But I'm here to teach you guys how to do this. So unfortunately, we're going to start fresh. Oh, it sucks, but we got to analyze. So I always start to call guys and say, this is the 5 minutes. You guys aren't selling. Some of you guys said on YouTube, I'm selling. That's fantastic. But you're counter trading a massive move. So it could just come into, we haven't tested 50% of this big bullish candle. We haven't came into the structural candle as of yet. So good buying opportunities. There could be good buying pullbacks, but it might just continue to make higher lows and continue to go up. I will do a top down, but now I just want to show you NASDAQ. Here was NASDAQ. To all of my index traders, S&P 500, Dow Jones, or NASDAQ, you guys now need to pay attention. I don't care for all the gold traders right now. You got your gold analysis. Now I want to teach my NASDAQ traders how patience and discipline plays out. Look, okay, remember this analysis? Remember this? Did anybody remember this? Remember our call yesterday was right up here, 1 p.m. This is when we ended the call, okay? Look, and remember what I said. Remember this candle down in here? What time was this? You guys tell me. I don't need to review this. I already know what I'm doing. What time was this candle? Please, everyone, just it's not a trick question. What time was this? I need you guys to understand time and sales of an auction. What time is this big blue candle? I'm clicked on it. Please, someone just say it. New York Open. Yes, it's the first 5 minutes of Wall Street. Okay, that's that increased volume. Look, it's 9:30, 5 minutes. Is this a structural candle? I know someone's going to say this guy talks too much. Is he going to trade this or that? I'm going to teach you guys how to trade and be successful the rest of your life. All you got to do is just pay attention to me for 5 minutes, okay? Like a 5-minute candle. Look, here's the double top. There's the drop. Big volume, 9:30. Is this a structural candle? Yes. How do I know that? It's abnormally large volume and it closed above all of this, okay? So what did we do yesterday? We grabbed the Fibonacci. I told you guys, grab the Fibonacci, open, close, cut it in half, possible buy zone. Remember then, we ended the call at 1 p.m. and NASDAQ was all the way up here. Did I say at some point, remember we even did a pending order? I said, guys, at some point, it's going to make its way back down into here and trigger this. At some point, I said, it might not be today, it might be tomorrow, it might be next week, it might be next month, but let's follow the market's move, okay? Look, it came back down, back up. Look, it came back down. Remember here, this was a supporting level. It came there, held support, back up. Look at how the red line plays support resistance right there. And then it plays a little bit of support. The same red line, look, is resistance, pushing back down. That's why I love scalping from line to line. It's easy way of trading, very easy and a very disciplined approach. You know exactly what you're getting without guessing, okay? And if the volume closes below, like it did here, it makes the red line resistance, like so. Look at the drop now, okay? Look at where it dropped. 925 and 930. Guys, what is that black candle? Tell me right now. It's not a trick question. What is this black candle? What time? Time and sales. What time did it retrace all the way back down into the zone? When? Guys, please help me out here. I want to go faster. New York Open. Is this not making sense to anybody, or is it just making sense to me? Does this make sense? Please just tell me, for God, God, please tell me, Ron, you're making some sense here. You're helping me because I'm trying to make trading this easy for you guys. Like I'm teaching my kids this. My 9-year-old is turning 10 and she loves this. She's very patient, okay? Look it. If you extend, did anyone extend? Remember we did it yesterday. Possible buy zone. And this is how long you had to wait for it to come back in. Look. One whole trading day, okay? And look at what happened. Look at, now you guys tell me. See, we had this, look. There it is. Now what happened? Someone's gonna say, well, Ron, you didn't take the trade. Oh, this is bullshit. I don't care. I'm showing you. How do you know I didn't take this trade? I wasn't live with you. I do trade Wall Street. That's why I trade now post New York's, okay? I like to concentrate when I'm trading, especially Wall Street. But look here, it came right in, tapped right in there, came back up, and then look at volume, and you had multiple opportunities to get in. How many pips did it go up from there? Red line to the next red line. That's 200 pips. That's your daily goal right there. If someone wants more than 200 pips, okay, then that's not your daily goal. That's my daily goal, 200 pips. You go 0.1, you're making $20 For a beginner, that's great. If you went $1 per pip, there's $200. That's a daily wage for most traders. If you do a standard lot, that right there is $2,000. That's what most traders with bigger accounts are using these days. Half lots, standard lots. That could be anywhere from $500 to $1,000 to $2,000. Some traders are trading even larger sizing due to capital, but there's a clear example of structural zone. You had to wait for it. You can either have a pending order. If that was a pending order, you got activated with minimal to zero drawdown and shot up 200 pips. That's what you're looking for. Okay. Now, Did it come back down? Yes. Look, it came back down, and look at what it's testing. It's testing the double top resistance right there. That red line is the new support. And now it's continuing to push back up and trade up here. Okay. So, oh man, I hope this helps. Oh man, every day after the call, I'm like, can one person out of 430 viewers please like just understand what I'm trying to relay? I don't know how else to do this. It's very difficult because we only have 2 hours together, but I really want to show you that example that wasn't altered. That wasn't just back testing. That was done yesterday's call, but you have to wait. Patient. What do traders say? You got to be patient and disciplined. Allow the market naturally to come to you. And you're going to be taking those trades. You're going to be like, holy shit, one day you're going to take it. Well, I see it in the Zoom. I see a lot of guys message me and say, Ron, I waited. The first time in my life, I actually waited for a trade to come to me. It came right in that zone, and it put me right in profit, and I made a winning trade. And I'm saying we can do that tomorrow. We can do that the next day. You can make this you can make this a daily thing, but you can't expect it to happen every single day. Some days, like NFP, there's going to be so much whipsaw, it might bypass those zones to grab liquidity. You have to understand then how the markets work, larger macroeconomics, not just a single candlestick, okay? I explain like an 8-year-old can understand. Yes, because I literally explain trading to my daughter who's 9 turning 10, and I literally explain to my son who just turned 15. Okay, so I'm literally teaching my 9-year-old daughter all about candlesticks, and this is the way how I teach her. So I am not trying to disrespect you guys as adults here, but I'm trying to make it as simplistic as possible. I can get really, really technical and make it very, very advanced when we zoom in on a candlestick, but even at that pace, I still make it very easy for anyone to understand. Someone will say, Ron, it's your communication, it's your language barrier, you talk too fast, that I don't understand you, but just take your time, okay? I can speak slower, but now I'm gonna do a top-down analysis because now we're ready to get started to trade, okay? So now look, this is a fresh market, fresh chart. Let's pretend we don't know what happened yesterday. We don't know what happened today. Now we're starting fresh, like as if we just started the call right now, okay? So I'm going on gold. Right now, we're gonna start off with gold. Right now, this is how it's moving. You guys are trading, you guys know. Let's do the daily top down because everyone asks, Ron, how do you get those yellow lines? How do you find out these points of control? Top down analysis. We're going to start on the daily, come down to the hourly. Finally, we'll come right back down to these 5 minutes. Okay, so starting on the daily now. Again, let's start from the top. It's going to be very repetitive. If you join us every single day, you're going to see I'm doing the same shit every day. That's perfect. That's how you want trading to be. You want it to be very routine. Just like when you guys go to your job every day. You guys have a job. I know you guys have a job. Not all of you guys are just full-time traders. Some of you guys actually work and trade. That's fine. I respect you guys. I love you guys. Good. But you have a routine when you go to work. You know how to do your job every single day with your eyes closed. So just like I know how to do my job is trading, I can do it with my eyes closed every single day as well. Why? I'm not doing it to sound cocky, but I'm showing you it's just experience. It's just doing the same shit every single day. You see when someone says, Ron, are you learning ICC? Are you learning ICT? Are you learning SMC? Are you learning change of character? Are you learning BOS? Are you learning SMT? Are you learning this? I say, I have no idea what the hell you guys are talking about. It's like when you guys don't know what I'm talking about. All I do is a simple top-down analysis. I figure out my lines of interest, points of interest, and points of control. I figure out structural candles, and that's it. And I follow my price action. I understand candlesticks. That's it. I look for clues in the market. There's no other strategy that I use, okay? And do I want to learn any new strategy? No. This has been working for me for over 20 years. I'm consistent. I can make money. I do lose money, but I use proper risk management when I lose money, okay? I'm not blowing up accounts. I'm not giving everything back. I can lose a little bit, but I've been slowly compounding my account for years and years and years, where I have a nice buffer, where I want to get you guys to get there too. Okay, so let's start. We've got an all-time high, okay? So we're starting the highest point, right? We're doing a top-down analysis. That's the all-time high of gold. Again, recap, we hit it January 29, early February, right below 5,600, okay? And remember, Markets move on psychological numbers. Is it just gold? No, all securities. Listen to what I'm saying. All securities move on psychological numbers. Okay? So, and then now let's base a trend line off of that, because I can see just by looking at it from the all-time high, there's a lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. Even today's wick is a lower high, but it's building a double bottom at the point of interest right at 4,000. You'll see when I get down there and I start analyzing this. Okay, so you see, like I can go right into the call and just start analyzing right here, and that's it. You know, we have a 2-hour call. Why do I continue to do this starting from up here? Because I want to teach you guys how we got even over here. Believe me, I can start the call right now and go into a top-down analysis just with here right here. You're seeing a double bottom in place, right? I can go do this real easy, but I don't want to do that, okay? I want to really teach you the real importance of a top-down analysis to understand the overall how the sellers still are applying pressure to gold, okay? Maybe tomorrow things will be different with the job numbers, but when I go to the all-time high, sorry guys, let me just go to the all-time high. Remember, I told you guys, I'm a hugger. If I ever meet you guys in person, I'm going to hug you guys. I don't care. If you're a stranger, I'm going to still come up to you and give you a big hug. So what do? Like, look, this is a strategy, okay? This is my trend line strategy, okay? So when you're learning a new strategy, you're learning it right now with me, okay? Some traders attach a trend line from a wick to a wick, okay? If you do that, perfect. But stay consistent. Then extend it, and then so you get the overall range of the highest points trend line, okay? I don't necessarily do that. I'm telling you the way how I do it, okay? Whether I'm right or wrong, I don't care, okay? I'm telling you exactly how I do it, okay? This is not a competition of who's right or wrong. This is a competition to teach you how I've been backtesting for over 20 years for you guys, and I hope you guys do it the way how I do it, okay? And I'm not saying it because I'm being cocky. I'm saying it because I understand high probabilities. I'm a mathematics guy, okay? So you see, I started it at the highest point ever of this security. We can do it with any other security. And you see how now my point A to point B is hugging the bodies. Again, I told you guys are strangers to me, but if I meet you, I'm gonna come give you a big hug, okay? Because I love you guys. There's the body and the body. See how my trend line is hugging the bodies? Now, when I have a point A to a point B, you just extend it, okay? You can go all the way down and drag it down, but TradingView is neat, and you can click on it. You can maybe extend it right to the right. Where is it? The extend tool. See, I don't even know. Sometimes I don't even use it, but there's got to be an extend tool. Don't extend. Yeah, see here? Extend. Extend right line. Look, did you see that? Boom! Did you see how I just extended it perfectly from where I just put it from A to B, hug the body? Now look at it. Let's follow the trend. Let's follow the trend. It came up, back down. Look at when it came in. Now right over here, we're observing. Okay, it came in. Look, hit the trend line, rejected. Came up, hit the trend line, rejected. Impulse of the trend line, if you bought up there because you're FOMO buying, you got caught, and then the volume came back down and closed below the trend line and continue push down. Look at it again, it came right back up, impulse, back down, close below, back down. Look at it, look. And we're still below this trend line, okay? So overall, from back in January 29, it is bearish, okay? That's the all-time high trend line keeping gold down. Now everyone's gonna say, Ron, that's silly. How can you say it's bearish? We've been coming up since 2025 on this bullish trend. You're absolutely correct. This could be the biggest pullback in gold's history when it finds some support, and if we break out, it could come up to the all-time high. You're absolutely correct. Think of this as like a 5-minute pullback. But right now, the trend is bearish, okay? It's making lower lows and lower highs. Now, let's continue looking for some points of interest, okay? This is where I get a lot of people asking me, Ron, how do you find these yellow lines? How do you find these? Well, just look for the most obvious points first. Stop making this complicated. When I'm teaching my daughter, I tell her, look for the most obvious, okay? Where can you hug some bodies? That's another thing that I'm going to teach my daughter. Hug the bodies right there. You see how I'm hugging these bodies? Right over here. Here's a body, a body, a body, and a body. 4 big hugs. And then I see above, it's an impulse, impulse, impulse. You see how there's a wall there where the sellers are still there pushing the market down. That's a suitable area to draw a red zone. A little bit above the yellow line, just like a Fibonacci. If the yellow line is 50%, a little bit above, a little bit below gives you your exact standard deviations. So I make that red. This is a red zone in the future. Look at what I'm doing, extending it right into the future. Look at how far away gold is from coming in here, okay? But like I say, it might come in here tomorrow. It might come in next week, next month, next year. I don't care. Just like how NASDAQ came, it took one day and came in there. We could see the same thing with gold. Come right in there, and then boom, it just shoots right back down. Okay, that could literally happen, but we're nowhere near that. That's why we're working our way down. Now we got to find another. So what I do also, right click and add an alert. So I'm alerted in there. So whenever it comes in here, tomorrow, next week, next year, I will get an alert, just like I got on the NASDAQ alert this morning where I had an easy buy out of there. Okay, so I might have an easy sell out of there. And then now look, coming down, obvious. Look at there, we got a bottom there. Okay, so this is a nice point of interest for a yellow line. Okay, if you don't know what I'm doing, now is the time to ask some questions. Okay, but right there, it's pretty obvious. Look, you got a body and a body. Okay, and then there's a liquidity grab. Okay, and it came right back up, and look at the double bottom, and it came up. Now we got up to our red block, came back down, and look at over here. There's Friday, June 5th. This was a massive news day. This was, what was this? Anyone want to tell me? First Friday of a month? That was NFP Friday, back last month. Look at it. It was bearish, and it closed below here. That's a structural candle. Okay, no, it wasn't FOMC. Friday, June 5th. That's the first Friday of a month. That's NFP. Now we're coming back 1 month to tomorrow's NFP. Okay. And now when you have a line, you can easily find a zone. Okay. Just back test, like you can find your zone. If you come back, right there, you see there's a wick, all the way back in October of 2025. That was the previous all-time high of gold. Right there, I bring it down to the bodies. Now there's a zone. Had I done this strategy back in October, which I did, you can watch every single live call. We came right into there when December right there, 22, just before the year end and Santa Claus rally. Gold closed above. When you get your body closing, there's your confirmation. You just flip the zone, the next color to show when it came back down. Look at the support it held in there. And then that's what took us to the all-time high. This green zone is still holding. There's where Donald Trump, the Black Monday, broke down, grabbed the liquidity. He tweeted at 7:03 a.m. Eastern on March 23rd. We were trading it live. That's why I love trading live with you guys, because I know all of these days because we're literally trading them. I remember that was a 1,000 pip return. As soon as Donald Trump at 7:03, he tweeted that the Strait of Hormuz is now open. Everything is agreed, a peace deal in Iran. And still today, we have no peace deal. So Donald Trump is full of shit, okay? But you got to understand, the markets move, whether he's full of shit or not. And he's manipulating the markets, if you believe it or not, and he's making billions of dollars doing it. So why don't we follow what he's doing as well and make some money too? If he can do it, we can do it. Look at that. If Donald Trump can make money, you can make money too, okay? Now, look at what I'm doing. What I just said, Friday, NFP, June, close below. There's your confirmation, close below. Now I flip the zone red. So you can see in 2 days, we came in there and back down, okay? Now flipping, look at another 3 wicks in there, double top, coming back down. So extend this zone into the future, okay? How far? Go as far as you want. Extend it into 2030. These are static zones, okay? Add an alert at that yellow line if you like. Add an alert there. So if you're at the grocery store or you're at the beach and you get an alert, you know what to do in there, okay? You know the 3 options. Don't say Unc doesn't teach you about the options there. It's not just 100%. It'll come in there and sell off. Don't think that, okay? I never said that. You got to watch what happens in there. That is option 1. Option 2 is it breaks, fake out. It's a wick. Coming back down, they grab the liquidity, close it back below there, then it retaps that. Then there's basically your head and shoulder pattern. That's a sell pattern. And then your third and final option is it's doing exactly what it's doing here. It breaks above, but the blue candle closes above. It's not a rejection wick. It closes above. You guys know the drill. If it closes above, we make the red zone green. It could pull back in there, grab buyers and then come back and take out the high and then drive up. And that's an inverted block, okay? We can do that on the 5 minutes, 1 hour, daily, monthly, weekly, whatever you want. All price action has the same characteristics. That's why when you learn price action, I tell you guys, it's the best technique in trading. No indicator can make you as good as a trader as price action. And I've learned it myself, so that's why it's very easy for me to teach it, okay? Because nobody taught me this. And I'm not saying it to be cocky. I'm saying it because when you learn something on your own, you've learned it on your own. If you learn how to ride a bicycle on your own and nobody taught you, you learned how to do that. If you learn how to play sports on your own and nobody taught you, you learned some strategies, you learned some techniques, you learned some shortcuts. If you can learn something, if you can bake a cake, right? I don't know how to bake a cake, but if someone taught me, yeah, maybe I could learn how to do it. But if you just go and you bake a cake, you're going to make mistakes and you learn how to do it, how much ingredients go here, flour, eggs, this, that, you're going to try it, but then once you perfect it and you're baking a cake, nobody can take that away from you. You know how to do it. You've taught yourself how to do it. Same with price action. When you teach yourself this, no one can take it away from you. You have this skill for the rest of your life, okay? That's my job here, is to teach you guys this, okay? That's what I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about the teaching. I'm not passionate about the live trading. It doesn't do anything for me. This, when someone writes me a message and say, Ron, that point of control, I hit it yesterday, I identified it, I learned it, I waited for it. That makes me so exciting. That makes me the happiest person in the world, to know that we're actually doing something positive for people around the world. That's what I want to go by, okay? So let's just continue. Do we have a point of interest right here? We do. Look at where it bottomed out. So draw a line there, okay? Now we see it come back up. Now we see it come back down. Look at right here. Wednesday of last week. This was FOMC last Wednesday, June 24. See, look, it closed below and then the yellow line is now resistance. Look at now, gold on the daily is currently above it, okay? And it's creating a double bottom going into NFP tomorrow. So the way how it's building is, if it continues to go bullish, we should see some shitty numbers. Remember the blog? Some of you guys didn't want to pay attention to the blog, but what scenario did I give you guys on the blog? For gold to go up? Where was it? Where were the scenarios? Scenario 2, right here. NFP, if these numbers are shitty numbers, below estimate, unemployment rises, possible market reactions, US dollar weakens, gold rallies. So it looks like the gold is building to anticipate that rally. What do you, like, look at it. It's already created a bottom. There's the neckline. We've got a double bottom created today. Look at the volume. We have 5 more hours to go. If it closes above, okay, we're above. Then we're trading into NFP. Maybe it goes up a little bit more and then pulls back into here or a little, and then shitty job numbers, then gold will rise. Where will it hit? Potentially right into here. Our trend line. Will it hit the red box up there? We will see. But the way how it's shaping up is, look at how it's moving. Unless they're going to fake out the market, they're moving it, anticipating, getting the buyers to think that that's going to be the numbers. And then the numbers are, again, like last month, they're out of the world. They're amazing numbers. And then they're sucking in all these buyers. And then they're just going to drive the market right back down and just boom, continue to dump it, okay? Because there's still resistance here. There's resistance here. There's offers here, right? I still haven't even analyzed up there. So to show you that there's still offers that could really take into this volume and push it right back down, okay? So let's just continue. Let's add an alert here, okay? Because this is a critical line right here. And if we pull back here, we might be looking to buy off of this today. 4,070. It's at 87 right now. It's 170 pips away, but I'm adding an alert. Maybe there might be a 5-minute pullback right back down to this yellow line today. Who knows? We'll find out, okay? Now, let me just dissect what's going on here. We've got a bottom right here, right there. There's your bodies. Hug your bodies. Body and a body. Now I see a wick, a wick, a wick, a wick, and a wick. Okay, so that would tell me that we have to have a zone, like right around here. Is the zone, can we do a zone that big? If you want, you can, okay? It's a little excessive, because then you might train yourself to just put the zone at every single wick, okay? Then you're gonna have some exaggerated zones. But let me just show you if we go backwards, okay? So you can see right now, there's bodies and we got wicks inside here. So let's go backwards back testing to see if we can make this zone a little bit more crispier or make it more structural. See how I'm coming back? Now I can see when we were trading in here, right there, November, there's the double bottom. Okay, you can see it. You can clearly see. Here's an A plus setup. There's your double bottom. If you hug your bodies, body, 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 there's your liquidity grab. There's where it came out, and then there's the big move. So you see the green zone. I can bring it right up to maybe that wick right there because I got a wick and a wick. So see how I'm going to make my zone now? I'm going to complement it with previous price action. Look at this. Okay, this is how I do it. I'm not saying you have to do it like this. This is how I do it. Okay, so now you see my zone. It's now based off of right here where it pulled back, still holding above there. Okay, and then now when I look at today's pricing or this week, now I can see what's going on. Okay, so there's my zone. I'm stretching it into the future. Okay, now we see what's going on. We got a double bottom. Do you guys see a double bottom or is it just me? Came down one bottom. There's the neckline. Came back down. Okay, we broke for a low yesterday and then now we're coming right back up. There's the W. Okay, so what do we have to do? Look at where it traded. Right here where I always say the opening of the bearish candle, they're protecting their position. So have a line here. Whether you want to or not, you got to. Remember this number, 4,111? That was, I put it there yesterday. And look at it, okay? That's basically our highest point of the day. We actually broke above it a little bit, okay? So it made a little bit of an impulse break. It did create a higher high. Look at how technical it is. Right there, 4,114. If we look at today's high, it's 115 and 75 cents. So just that $1 extra created new higher high. That changes the entire depth of market, believe it or not. Okay, so right there. Now, I'm not on daily candle yet right now. I still want to go. If we continue to come up bullish and fill our wick, look at what we're trading into. We're trading into this black candle. So cut that candle in half. If you just cut it in half, you're right there. But you see that I want to hug the bodies. I'm a body hugger. So I hug the bodies. See what I'm doing? Body, body. I'm hugging the bodies. So that is our next possible resistance, 4,160. So if it comes up a little higher even into tomorrow, we still have to respect this resistance because it could come up there and then they release those job numbers, they suck in all those buyers, and then boom, they shoot it down, okay? Yeah, remember, I'm a hugger, guys, okay? So if you ever meet me, I'm hugging you guys, just like I hug the candles, okay? Can I continue doing analysis up here? Absolutely. Do I want to waste your time up there? No, I assume you can do it. Now what we got to do is we got to follow the close of yesterday and today. Remember, yesterday was a crazy day on gold? Look at the daily candle. It's a bearish spin top. We opened right here. It was initially bullish. Ask yourself, did the buyers do their job? Remember, everyone has a job to do. Just like I have a job, you got a job. We all have jobs to do. Did the buyers do their job? No. How do I know that? Because they did not continue to fill that wick. That's a technical lower high. Sellers came in, protecting the opening balance right there and pushed it right back down. Okay, sellers pushing it back down. That's a big blue candle they're pushing down back to the opening price. And then the daily candle flipped bearish after our call. Remember, it continued to break down and break down, break down. Okay, and it came all the way. The sellers did their job. Look at, they even took out last Wednesday's low. That was FOMC, created a new low, and then it's coming back up. It came back up and closed right there. So there's our closing and our opening price today. 4,007, James Bond, okay, right there. Again, I'm going to write, so just like I did the other day, let's put a nice fancy text on here. This is our opening balance. Every candle has an opening balance. Sometimes they can be bullish ignited or bearish ignited, but that's our opening balance. I'm even going to put today's date so we all know. This is Wednesday, July the 2nd. Okay, everyone understand that? That's our opening balance. Now let's figure out what happened when the candle opened. It opened and it was bearish. It came black, 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 right down in there. There's our lowest point of the day. Let's highlight our lowest point of the day. I use a fancy purple line, okay? That's our low of the day, 3,960. Let's write something fancy here. That's our low of the day. See, we're making our charts real fancy now. See, first question. Hey, bro, do you teach price action or SMCs? I teach price action. I teach what I teach right now. Top-down analysis and this. This is what I teach, okay? You name it whatever you want to name it, okay? I don't teach anything else. Price action with a top-down analysis. That's what I teach. Whatever you want to call this, call it whatever you want, okay? Now, do we have a higher low? Yes. Okay, so we've got a higher low. Now the buyers came back in today. They brought it right back to the opening balance. Oh, today's the first? My bad. Okay, sorry. See? It is Canada Day. Okay, my bad, my bad. Okay, you can tell Ron smokes a little bit. Okay, do I suggest you smoke too? No, no, no. The more I smoke, the more I hug. So, did I get the right day? It's Wednesday, right? Okay, right here, guys. We came back up, but thank you for pointing that out, okay? It came back up. It came back up to the opening price, okay? Now, let's see. Did the buyers do their job today? Remember, they got a job to do. So let's see. It's blue, blue, blue. Did they fill yesterday's wick? Yes. We can put a check mark. They've done their job today. Are they working overtime today? You know, sometimes at your job you work overtime and you get paid more money. You should get minimum a time and a half or double time if you work more than 8 hours at your job. So our buyers of gold today are working overtime. They did their job where they had to get above the previous candle's wick. And now look at, they're putting in overtime. They got above Monday's high. So we have a weekly high right now. And they got above last Friday's high. So we're all the way up here. Let me now pinpoint our highest point of the day. You're going to see two lines basically overlapping, okay? There's that candle right there. And look at our high. So we have now a new weekly high, okay? I know it's right above this yellow line, okay? But, you know, I'm a technical trader. I'm very technical. That's one thing. If you want to ask me, I'm very technical. Even if it's one pipette over, it changes the depth of market. Don't ask me how I know that, but I just know that, okay? If it's an equal high, you guys know the implications of tweezer top highs. This market allowed gold to continue to make a new higher high. So that triggers below us, all of these pending orders can come higher because now the market is changing character. You guys know that word, changing character, okay? Or creating a new higher high. Okay, now it came up. Now, what is the response up here? The sellers are here. Where are they? They're at the wick almost of this candle. Okay, so it looks almost like an identical equal high. And then the sellers are here offering, pushing that blue volume down. Here's our blue volume right now as I'm speaking. Okay, so remember, if it comes down to this yellow line, that could be possible daily support, okay? There's the body, and that could be support right there, okay? So we've got our high of the day right up there. Let's just write it. Ron is also at his high of the day. I've smoked a little bit myself. Okay, Ron analyzes better. The more Ron is high, the better the analysis is, okay? Now, do we recognize a pattern? Okay. This is pretty basic. We see something cooking here. We see a double bottom, but this is an impulse break, right? This candle has not closed. We still have 4 hours and 45 minutes. So I don't know where this will close. That's your job at the end of the day to do analysis, is to see where it closes. It might come back down and close below this yellow line, and then we're coming back down. And then we're trading, it's black, blue, black, could come up blue and go back down black. I don't know, okay? But we will figure that out. Now look, guys, okay? So I zoom out and I see where we're trading. It's in a deep downtrend. If we are buying, we're counter trading. They could just buy and then come right back down. And then this is going into NFP tomorrow, okay? So it's at a critical situation and we're accumulating. Buyers are accumulating, sellers are accumulating. Anticipating that news, but the way it looks, it's building, maybe to close, and anticipate bad numbers tomorrow, and gold will continue to rally bullish, okay? That's just what I see right now on the daily. However, now I'm going to go into the 1 hour because we want to scalp. We're exciting to get some trades in. I know we want to buy and sell. Now let's continue to look. Look at where the majority of all of this volume came. Did it come in here? This is 10 p.m., 11, there's midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m. What the hell are these candles? If I was trading these, oh my God, this would have been the worst sideways choppy market, and I would have wasted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours, okay? Finally, we got some volume at 3 a.m. That's London. That's when the market gets some volume, okay? 3 a.m. is London market open, okay? So there's 3 sessions basically: Asian session, London session, New York session. Here's one of the biggest sessions in the world. London. Look where that's what created our lowest point of the day. There it is. Our purple line came back up. Okay. And then London push. Did the hourly buyers continue to do their job? Remember, hourly buyers have a job to do. Did they do their job? They got to backfill all of these wicks. When I'm trading the hourly, I look right there. There's an hourly wick. I use a white line, guys. So I hope I don't, now mix things up. But anytime I have a white line, I'm analyzing hourly candles, okay? That's the way how I do things. I color coordinate my charts, okay? I've been doing it since I was a kid. I used to do this with crayons on a piece of paper. That's how old I am. There wasn't this beautiful technology that we have today. I was using crayons and paper. I'm a dinosaur. I'm almost 100 years old over here, and I'm still doing the same style, but now we got technology. And you guys know how much I hate technology. So if I can do this on a computer, you can do this. Even my daughter is teaching me how to do this, okay? Now, look at when did all this volume come in? 5 a.m., 6 a.m. 6 a.m., it closed above. These 2 bars engulfed everything to the left, okay? So we could use this as hourly support to buy off of our green zone, 3,987. If it breaks the opening balance, that's where it could grab liquidity. Look, if it comes down black, breaks the opening balance, it could tap right there or in there and go right back up, okay? So let's have an alert inside this zone right here. I'm going to place an alert there on the hourly, okay? We're nowhere near that right now. So let's follow. This is now, today's Canada Day. We're going to light some fireworks outside. Same with you guys maybe on Friday in the US, Independence Day. You guys are going to light fireworks, okay? Firecrackers. How many times have I learned how to trade candlesticks when I was 6 years old, 8 years old with firecrackers, okay? How many of you guys remember firecrackers when you guys were kids? I'm going to use an analogy now, and I'm going to teach you guys everything you need to know about a candlestick's momentum right now, whether you like it or not. I know some of you guys are saying, Ron, I want to take a sell, I want to take a buy. I don't give a shit. I'm giving you a childhood memory that can make you money for the rest of your life. Think about this as a firecracker, okay? Firecrackers have wicks. Some have long wicks, some have short wicks, just like a candlestick, okay? How many of you guys were stupid like me when you were a kid and you lit the firecracker with the short wick and it blew up in your hand and in your face? And your ears were ringing because you almost became deaf. I did that, okay? I was a very stupid kid. And then I learned my lesson, said that you can't light the ones with the short wicks because they'll blow up in your face. And then I saw in the pack of firecrackers, there was firecrackers with longer wicks. So then I would light those ones, and then I would watch the wick as it would, light. And then by the time it came down, I had the opportunity to throw it at my cousin. And so it wouldn't blow up in my face, it would blow up in my cousin's face. Yes, I told you, I was a stupid kid, but that's what we used to do. We used to throw firecrackers at each other, and it would blow up in his face and I would laugh at him. And now I use that same analogy with candlesticks. So if you see a candlestick with all of this momentum and it's got a really short wick or no wick, and just look at the momentum, how it continued. This was an hourly 6 a.m. candle. Look at where it closed right there. As we opened, it was almost bullish ignited, just a short wick. It's like if I light a match right there and then it pops, it explodes, and that's the explosion. And look at how it continues to drive and drive. And that explosion causes it to continue to break through all of this resistance behind. And then finally, where did it close at? Let's follow it, okay? It closed right there. Okay, and then the next candle, look, did the hourly buyers, this is a good example. Now we're really getting into this. 8 a.m., there was some news. Look did the hourly buyers off of these 2 massive hourly candles, did they continue to do their job? It opened, it was blue, blue, blue. Did it break that high? No, they failed right there to do their job. That's a lower high. And then it came back down right there, got a higher low wick and closed right there. There's your right there. You can consolidate. There's your Tetris piece. How many of you guys have played this game Tetris on Nintendo? Right here. Sorry, guys. Tetris, Nintendo. Let me show you. You know how I use a firecracker analogy? I'm going to use now a Nintendo analogy because I know you guys played this game when you guys were kids. Remember this game? Right over here? Tetris. This game. You know these Tetris pieces? These things. You can move these blocks around. Here it is, like these pieces right here. Okay? Is anyone following me? Please tell me you guys are 80s, 90s kids and you guys played Nintendo and you guys played Tetris. The Game Boy Classic. Yes. Don Juan, you are right. I love it. I still have a Game Boy. I play it with my kids all the time. This keeps my brain sharp and keeps me... Look, guys, play Tetris over the weekend. I'm serious. You got to flip these blocks. And like, see this blue one? I would move it all the way in here, right there. And then it would take out this line and this line. You got to think. You can move these things. You got to think fast. Right? And this is how you can learn how to trade candlesticks. That's why I love scalping 1-minute candles, because the faster you learn these things, the faster you can make money. Okay? I don't want to make it all about making money, but you guys know we trade the markets to make money. We're not here trading just to play games. We can play games on Nintendo. We make money, but we can treat trading like a video game. Okay? So what I'm saying is this piece right here is a Tetris piece. Right here. This it's called a 3-bar. 3-bar continuation right here. Get to know this piece because you're going to see this on the 1 minutes. This could be a 1-minute bullish candle. It's got a 1-minute inside bar, and then the next minute is continuing. It's called a rally base rally. How many guys have you guys heard of that? A rally base rally. Let me use one more stupid, silly analogy. How many of you guys can go outside right now at the age of 45 and go and try and run down the block? Okay. For example, I'm saying myself, if I try and go outside right now and run 1 kilometer, okay, I'm going to start to run. Okay. I'm thinking I'm in pretty good shape. I could run. Then all of a sudden I'm old and I'm going to start having cramps and I'm going to start bending. I'm going to start coughing because I smoke too much weed. And this is me. I run and then I'm taking a break, hydration break. I'm coughing right here. I'll smoke another joint. And then that joint is like spinach. It will get me going again, and then boom, you'll see me go right again. And then I'll be huffing and puffing again. So that's called a pause in momentum. The market is catching its breath to continue with its rally, okay? So those are stupid analogies, but weed is like spinach for me. I'm like Popeye. You give me that weed and boom, I'm ready to go, okay? Okay, but get to know this. This is an hourly. This can be on 5 minutes. That can be a 5-minute bar, and opposite could be true if the market is bearish. You'll see a big black bar, you'll see an inside blue bar, and then you'll see a continuation black bar. Get to know this, okay? That's a trading pattern you should all know in your playbook because you're going to see this. It's called also a 3-bar play. The real technical name is a 3-bar play. It's not called a Tetris piece. I call it that, but it's a 3-bar play. And I'm going to tell you guys something honest to God truth, okay? We have traders in our group who have created a living and financially stable themselves by looking for 3-bar plays all day. And that's it. I'm telling you the honest God truth. I'm not making this story up. There's professional traders that trade these 3-bar plays, and that's it. They see a big rally, they wait for the inside bar, and as soon as it's breaking, they are in a buy right above that wick, and they're targeting, again, to fill the next wick, maybe to the next resistance point. That's it. And that's what they're looking. That could be a daily goal. I know some of you guys are going to say, how is that a daily goal? Well, not everyone has a 1,000 pip daily goal. That right there is 350 pips. Okay. That's no joke. That's a $35 move in gold. Okay. And, yeah, you can call it the spinach candle. You can call it whatever you want, but make analogies for yourself as traders and it will help you guys. Okay. So let's continue. See now how I have that inside bar. That is like a bullish flag pattern on the hourly right there. So you have now an hourly zone. Have we retraced back into this zone? We have not. And look at how it's positioned itself right above today's opening balance. So anywhere inside here, place an alert. That's where, if we're waiting for gold to retrace back down in here, that could be a really nice possible buying opportunity. Anywhere from in between 4,022 and 4,030. I would just go to 4,020 to 30, nice psychological number. So what you can do is add an alert. Where? At the top, at the middle, or the bottom, wherever you prefer, wherever your heart desires. I'll place it right at the top. Look at what I'm doing. Adding an alert, patiently waiting. Gold is not retraced back down here, but at some point, maybe it will. Maybe in the futures market, maybe during London, maybe it will come back down in there, pick up all of these back pending orders and come back up. Then when it comes back up, it could be a double top coming back down. Then it's got to break that block and then come down there, bounce. It's a red block and then we're dropping down to the low day. See how easy trading can be when you understand the levels where we're moving? We're not guessing, okay? Now, let's go more into this. Is this hourly candle, 9 a.m., a structural candle? Let's verify. Let's go back up to hug the bodies. Remember, Ron's a big hugger. These are those ones that they're right on the cusp. They're right on it. So this is where we got to use some discretionary discretion. Okay. I'm very technical. Some of you guys hate me how technical I am. Okay, but I'm very technical. So let me show you how technical I am. And some of you guys are gonna hate or love me. I don't care. I do what I do. Okay, right there. You see when I'm hugging the bodies? I'm not making it up. 4,090 and 50 cents. That to me is a psychological number. Okay, you see, I didn't go up to the wick. I didn't go up to the wick. I didn't go up to the wick. Okay, I want to make that clear to everybody. I am a very technical trader. I don't know why I'm like this, but I'm like this. And this is what keeps me very disciplined, okay? I acknowledge the wicks, but that's just a range of how high it went. And I know that wicks trade on low volume. I know that the market closed right there, okay? And it opened right there. So that's where my line is, okay? Now let's follow that big bullish candle and see, in fact, if we technically close with volume above or below that, okay? To justify if it's a structural candle. Here it is. So you see we broke impulse above it and then look at where it closed. Tell me, yes or no? Did this blue candle close above that white line, yes or no? It's not a trick question. It did not, okay? So this is where you got to use discretion, okay? I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt looking back at the volume that it did close above majority of the range, okay? So we can treat this as a structural candle, but I want to make it clear it is not technically a structural candle because it's got to close above the entire volume. So these are those candles. We can still cut it in half. And if we don't get a pullback here, remember, there's still all of this volume we haven't tapped into. So let's do it. Let's grab our Fibonacci. Even if we're just identifying 50% of it, it's still we can do that, okay? But I'm not calling it a structural candle. That's how technical I am. Okay, so look at what I do. I don't go from the bottom, okay? I wanna make this clear to everybody. I don't acknowledge the wicks, okay? I go from the opening of the body. I'm a body hugger. I hug the body and I come back and I hug the close. I give it a big, big, big solid hug, okay? Now, you see it identifies everything I need to know. There's the 0.5 if I cut it in half, which I'm gonna do right now. Look. There's my white line. Look at the price, 4,055 and 99 cents, like we're at Walmart. They could have made it exactly 56, but they got to give us a 1 penny discount for psychology, that we're getting a discount. Now, where's my zone? If I want to draw a zone off of that, okay? It's right there, a little bit above, a little bit below, 618,382, okay? So you see now I have a block there, and that has not been attempted to come into. Okay, so what happens if gold retraces all the way right into there and then bounces out and we don't come all the way down there, right? This is deeper in the depth of market. It's better to buy in there, but the market might not come down there. It might just test right in here and the buyers are pending in there and ready to take it up, okay? So that's our first line of defense is right here. When we judge when it comes in there, I'm going to add an alert in there. Perfect, okay? And then I see if they break this daily yellow line, it comes in there, and then there's where it grabs all the liquidity. And then that can be an inverted block, okay? Now, let's continue to follow. Let's continue. Let's go. So we had news at 9 a.m. Lots of news happened. 10 a.m. we had ISM manufacturing news. Did it make a new? So that was the high of the day right there. So buyers continued to do their job. They created a new high. Then it came back down and closed right there. Now, this hour, we started at 11 a.m. Did the buyers do their job? No. It came up and we got a rejection, rejection. Okay, so right there, you see the hourly white line hugging the bodies, and you see these two bodies of volume. Right there is how I locate my red zone. Look at what I'm doing, guys, because some of you guys ask me all the time, where does this guy get these zones from? How does he identify this? Look at it. And then you see the zone, how it's just like a little bit above and a little bit below. See what I'm doing? I'm hugging that blue body. I don't care about these wicks. I'm not making my zone this big, right? I'm coming right there. Do you guys see what I'm doing? And now I'm stretching it into the future, okay? Because that could be now where the potential double top could take place. Right now we're coming down. Now it came down, the sellers came down, created a new low, closed right there. Now there's my hourly close, hourly open, another white line, because I'm going to go into the 5 minutes. So we got to really know our scalp zones. So now it opened. It was blue, 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 blue. Look, it came in there right around 50% of that volume, and they rejected it back down. We're still below the zone. Sellers are now pushing it down. Have they taken out this hourly low yet? Not yet. Okay, and look at it, it's 4,075, okay, and it's still holding. Now it's coming right back up, okay, so we'll see. Will the sellers continue to break it down? Maybe we'll revisit this yellow line, maybe down in here. Maybe it will hold in here and come back up. If it reverses and holds back up, maybe the next hour will be blue and backfilling this wick and coming back up to the red zone. And then that's where you have to anticipate it could potentially be a double top, where one top is already established. Let's say it comes down. Let's say it comes down a little further right there or to here and comes back up. You see it's coming back up. Maybe it's a double top and then it comes back down. If it breaks and closes above, then okay, the buyers are in control. I flip the red zone to green, and then we might have momentum to continue filling the wicks, and I'm going to continue to buy near the high of the day, okay? Now, I'm going into the 5 minutes. So this is how my chart looks. It looks crazy, okay? But I've got my levels. I've got alerts set everywhere to buy possible pullbacks. That's what I want to do, is I want to buy pullbacks because it's really bullish right now. But I got to wait for it to come down. But now when I go into the 5 minutes, let's see what's going on in the 5 minutes. Okay. So 5 minutes. Okay. I'm a 5 minute trader myself. There's structural 5 minute candles you can base information off of. Let's just follow this. There was a dip. When did we hit the highest point of the day? It was exactly 10:35. And since then we've been coming down, pushing down. We're below the red zone, and now it's still pushing down, okay? So we've got a bearish candle. Maybe it's going to continue to retrace. Now look at, now it just closed below. So you see the 5 minute sellers are doing their job. Did they push and take out a new low? They did. They closed it right below the white line. So now it's coming up bullish, ignited, green, or blue. What I do is I cut it in half. Okay, and I see if it comes up blue, 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 will it get rejected there and continue coming down? Look at the size of that wick. Okay, is it a long wick or a short wick? It's a rather short wick. So if the sellers can offer and reject this down, we could potentially fill that wick and continue to drop down. Look how much it could drop right back down. We got clean traffic to continue to fill right back down to this yellow line, and we have to respect 4,070. Okay, because that's a daily point of interest. It's a yellow line. Okay, this is not just a 5 minute line. This is coming from a daily analysis. Okay, and then also it's the open of this 940 bullish candle. Okay, so like a 5 minute buying opportunity. If it comes down there, just go grab that wick. Okay, and make it like a little tiny green zone, and we can see if it comes down there that could be maybe a potential buying opportunity onto scalp. But right now, this trend is pushing down. Okay, this current trend. From the highest point of the day, the purple line, it's coming down. It came back up, lower high, and they just produced a new lower low, but now it's coming right back up. So these buyers got a minimum close above 50% of this black candle, or get it back above the white line and close above there to retest it, and then maybe to push right back up to there, okay? So if you're buying right now, yes, it is, you're still buying a pullback from the big move, but you're countering. So a better buy would be somewhere maybe if they push it down to 4,070 at the daily, or maybe in this hourly point of control. If you just buy right now, they could continue to push it down, right? Okay, so let's watch this for a few minutes. Okay, let's add our, guys, that was a long analysis. Okay, I just looked at the time and it's 12:37. Holy shit, okay? That was a long analysis. But hopefully yesterday's analysis and today's analysis can really, really help you guys about understanding the implications and importance of a top-down analysis and how to set up your charts and patiently wait, okay? And then maybe in the next few sessions, I'm not going to do as thorough analysis. We'll just get right into it because I know now you guys know the way how I do things, and then I can go much, much, much faster. That's what I like to do on these calls, is just go right through it. Take 5-10 minutes, and then if someone says, Ron, I'm new here and I don't understand what you're doing, what we'll do is we'll just refer them to these live sessions and they can watch the video and then they can learn it just like how you guys are learning. But I really want to get into, do 10 minutes of analysis. That's all it takes. And then just get right into it. Okay. So let's watch this candle close. We have 2 more minutes. What is it? It's bullish ignited, right? So look at the opening. Okay. Remember, all candlesticks have the same characteristics. So see how it opened bullish ignited. So the sellers did not have to push it down. Buyers are stepping in and now it's coming back up, coming back up, coming back up. We just traded above 50% and now it could close above. But remember, the opening balance is more important than just 50%. Okay. So right now buyers are pushing it up, but they're still lower high, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. They got to, engulf or do something. Okay. So now we're trading right at 50% of the candle, the previous candle. Okay. If you want to add indicators right now, hobby, does my analysis also work for intraday trading? It works for everything. Okay, this is price action. It works for scalping. It works for intraday. It works for swing trading. It works for investing. Does it only work for gold? No, it works for all securities. I showed you Euro USD yesterday. It works for currency. It works for commodities. It works for index. It works for stock market. It works for anything. Anything with a candlestick on a chart, you can do this. Okay, and the only choice is the time frame that you want to trade. Not everyone wants to trade these crazy 5-minute candles like I do, or even the 1-minute candles. Okay. This is what I do. When I'm trading by myself, I'm trading 1-minute candles. They do the same thing any other candlesticks do, right? I love these things, the way how they move, because when they can come down to a daily point of interest or something, like right there, like look at this. There was a blue 1-minute candle came up, and then look at how they shut it down. That's a 1-minute bearish ignited candle that came down and kind of engulfed. So right there, if I sold, but if I waited, that came right back into where 50% of that, and then you see the big rejection right there, that bearish ignited candle. Sometimes on the 1-minute, that's all I'm looking for. I'm selling right there when that candle opens, right? And then my stop loss could be, right above that body right there. And then sometimes that candle that's all I need. I'm scalping 1-minute candles sometimes for just 10, 20, 30 pips. That candle right there is 30 pips. Okay. And then sometimes right away when I'm up 30 pips, I go to break even. I watch it close right near the low. I cut it in half. Right there, I know it's hypothetical, but this is the way I do it. Cut it in half. I see a blue, 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 got rejected below half. And then short wick, there's your candle, there's your firecracker, what I just explained earlier, no wick, pop, and your drop. So that 2 minutes can turn into a 70, 80, 100 pip trade. And that's it. I pip and dip. It did its job. Those sellers did their job. They fill those wicks, and that's it. If I don't take my money, it could return right back up just as fast as it came down. So scalping 1-minute candles taught me how to really pip and dip out of these markets quickly, because I've seen my trades go in a couple minutes up 50 pips, 100 pips, and then next couple minutes it's right back to break even, or even my stop loss when I wasn't even using a break even at times. Okay, so yes, you can utilize this on any time frame you want. If you're a swing trader, do it and focus on the 4-hour candles. But the thing is, you got to wait for candles to close. Okay, because any other style you're trading on impulse, and like that. If you just bought that candle as it opened and came up, you're in a buy. It came up, it was nice, but then and going into the close, the sellers rejected it. It's an inverted hammer, and now it opened, and now look at it could be like a Tetris piece coming down now, and they're going to take out that low and drop it even further, and then you're stuck in that impulse buy and drawdown. And I'm going to say to you, well, why did you buy that without waiting for it to close? Did it close above 50% here? No. Did it engulf that and close above there? No. So you know what I mean? You just bought just because you think something is coming down, that it's a good buy, right? No, we're trading higher probable zones, like down in here, we got to wait for it, or we got to wait for it to come back up. Now it's building, okay? Believe me, I'm looking to take a trade. I'm looking at my spreads right now. Sorry, I'm just getting a text right now. Let me just answer this. Okay, so my spread is exactly where I like it to be, half pip spread. This is where I like scalping, half pip. So I know if I get into a trade, I can get filled rather quickly and efficiently. Okay, guys, and also, if you learn something, okay, if you like the way how we do stuff, leave us a like and subscribe to the channel, please. Okay, we do this on a daily basis. I said, guys, if we get 500 likes on any one of these calls, I'll give someone on YouTube a free one-on-one with me. Okay. I don't think we're going to get there because we only have 550 viewers. Unless every single one of you guys hits the like button, I'll give a free one-on-one. And also, guys, if you're just joining on Zoom, Shepo, if you're on the call, and Sean, remember you wrote how much success you're having. I also want to do one-on-one with you to just make sure I get you guys the right mindset to continue going forward. Okay, Shepo and Sean, and there will be more of those to come. But I really value those guys. Wrote a nice message to us, telling us how much, especially Sean was saying about journaling. He was saying he never journaled before. Now he started journaling, and now he's starting to see success in his trading. So journaling is a big thing, guys. I know a lot of you guys think it's a joke. There's your Tetris piece playing out. There's the black bar. Look at the inside blue volume. What we were just talking about. There's your Tetris piece. Okay. So, holy, sorry guys. My daughter's texting me. She's texting me right now with my wife's phone. Sorry. When the kids are messaging, you have to take time off. She's asking me what I'm doing. I say I'm streaming. The kids want to play now. It's summertime, right? They're off school, so they're bored. But there's nothing to do. Even if you go outside right now, it's so disgusting. It's so humid. It's like 45 with the humidity, that the best thing to do is just stay indoors and eat ice cream. Okay, so now sellers, they're still in control. We've got lower highs and a new lower low, and they close below. So again, buyers are buying the dip. It's coming in blue again, but they still have to get above. Remember, hug the bodies. There's where I hug the bodies. So this red line is now the current resistance, 4,075. So buyers still have a job to do. They got to at least close it above this red line to build it back up, or they can engulf, and now we're consolidating with the volume right here. Okay, you can see how it's technically like barcoding here. It's black, blue, black, blue. Again, it's just buyers buying, sellers selling. No, again, it came up, rejected lower high, and they could continue to extinguish all these buyers at opening and continue push down. So remember what I'm saying. Maybe we let it trickle down to this daily point of interest, this yellow line. That could be a better optimal area to buy. And then we're getting a nice, decent pullback, okay? Like if we kind of set our Fibonacci just real quick from where this move happened, this low at 905 to the highest point of the day, just to see how far we're retracing right now, right there where I'm plotting it at the wick. When I do Fibonacci and I'm looking for full retracements, I don't hug the bodies. Here I go from the extreme low to the extreme high. So I see the entire range. Okay. So right now this pullback, okay, there's the, sorry, it won't be the 786. I got to flip. That's another thing. If you want to learn how to use a Fibonacci tool, the first pullback cannot be 78.6. How can you buy, how can you get that type of discount? It's got to be the lowest discount, 23% discount. So what I got to do is go to the settings on my Fibonacci right over here, and then see this reverse function. You click it and click OK. So the first retracement should be 23%. Think of it when you go shopping. You get a 23% discount. Next discount right now, you see we're trading at the 38.2% discount. There it is. Look at the 50% discount right there, right below the daily and right at the top of our green box. exactly identical. There's the 618. This is the optimal buying zone. That's called the golden zone in between here. And look, it's in our hourly point of interest as well. So if it gets in there, that's prime time buying area. That's where maybe I would be sitting with a pending order waiting right in there. So if it gets in there slowly, like if it comes down, bounces, gets down there, that's where you want to be buying at 4,050 to 55 in there. And then that's where it could bounce out and come right back up. Okay. But we might get some higher lows being formed right now. Okay. So we're nowhere near that yet. Maybe it will come down later this afternoon. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Okay. But right now we're analyzing what's happening right now, and sellers are still technically in control. How it came up blue, blue, blue. They've rejected it. And now it's a pin bar candle coming down. Okay. So if you guys are in sells, I say, as someone said at the start of the call, I'm in a sell. Congratulations. Like, now you're in the money. That's great. Okay, so you see how the sellers are still controlling the overall move of the market. Yeah, there was dip buys, but no buyers have done their job creating a new high, changing the character, or let alone engulfing or closing above. Now it's a shooting star candle. Sellers are continuing to do their job, maybe to fill that wick and get down to our daily level point of interest of 4,070. Guys, I'm just briefly looking at how many likes are on YouTube. Because I said, if there's 500 likes, I'm going to do a free giveaway, a free one-on-one with someone on YouTube. We have 600 viewers and 300 likes. Okay. So right, it cut in half, 50%. Okay. So we have enough viewers to get the 500 likes. It's up to you guys. If anyone wants to be a lucky winner for a one-on-one with me, 90 minutes of me talking to you, you can talk to me. We'll have a private Zoom call. We can go over anything. I can help you with whatever. A complete stranger. You never know. Maybe we'll do a virtual hug on Zoom. Remember in COVID times, they were telling you can't even go see your parents or your grandparents. Like, how silly was that? You could get charged if you go see your parents. That's when I knew the world was going upside down. No one is going to stop me from going seeing my elderly parents. I don't care if there's a virus. I don't care if there's a nuclear war. I don't care if there's an apocalypse. I don't give a shit. I will go see my parents. I don't care if I have to go in a bulletproof vest. If like you're going to stop someone from going seeing their parents. That's when I said this is getting really, really, really stupid and silly. Okay. like it's getting to the point where it's ridiculous. Do you know how dirty like we were as kids? Like I'm at, like germs. I'm talking germs. We used to play basketball, like outdoor basketball with the basketball. Disgusting. It was so gross. When you come back from playing 3-4 hours playing basketball, your hands were covered in dirt and mud and disgusting. And then me and my friends, when we were kids, we'd go to the variety store and we'd get popsicles and we wouldn't even wash our hands, let alone use hand sanitizer and shit like that. We were kids. And then you get your hands, you're licking your fingers, and I never got sick. So when I heard about this, I'm like, come on, if I didn't die as a kid with all those germs, I'm okay. My body is immune to this shit. I'm talking when I was a kid, not right now. You're not gonna, now I wash my hands, but I'm talking when we were kids, right? You're playing sports, you're dirty, you got an ice cream, you're licking your fingers. Like, the last thing you're worried about is hand sanitizer. Who the hell brings hand sanitizer when you're a kid growing up in the 90s? Come on, you'd get your ass kicked. Imagine being a kid in the 90s and you're using hand sanitizer. If that doesn't get your ass beaten by your friends, I don't know what will. Okay, would we sell now? No. And now is a potential buying opportunity. Why would we want to sell the lowest point? Okay, like this is why I can tell some of your the mindset guys. Some of you guys want to sell right now. Okay, I think the sell has already happened. Like there was multiple opportunities to sell. Now you're going to sell the lowest point at a daily point of interest. I would be careful. I would not be looking to sell the lowest point, because this is where it could reverse back up and put you in drawdown. This is where maybe I would be entertaining a potential buying opportunity here, but we got to see something. Okay, if these sellers can close it below that yellow line, yeah, we could have further continuation to sell, but I wouldn't just sell right now. Okay, because there's too much that can happen right here. Timmy, 40 is cake here. It's 90 in Chicago right now. I know Chicago probably has a much higher heat wave than we are having right here, but holy, it is hot outside. It's like disgusting. You go outside, you can't even breathe. That's how hot this heat wave is. Amazing. Yeah, here you've been watching so many YouTube streamers. Ron, the only one help me is 1 to 3 trade entries per day from your previous emotional 10 to 15 entries. Yeah, good. You've cleaned up your trading. You're looking for maybe higher probable setups. You're not taking 10, 15 trades a day. Now you're doing better. England is up 1-0. Yeah, I want to watch that game too. They're playing Congo right now. Some great games. Last night, some great games as well. Oh man, you guys just reminded me of football. Why did you guys do that to me? I was trying to not think about it. Congo is up 1-0. Oh my god. Oh, I thought I read England. Wow, at halftime. Holy shit, that might be the biggest upset of the tournament if this happens. Still lots of time, but man, I've got a lot of English friends that take football very, very serious, and I don't want to go near them if England loses. I will avoid them like a plague. Do I know Uzbekistan? I don't know him personally, but I know the country of Uzbekistan. What do I think about Morocco? I think they have an awesome team. They play Canada on Saturday afternoon. I know that the team Morocco doesn't, they're relentless. They don't stop playing until the game is over. Like whether they're down 1-0, 2-0, doesn't matter. They got, like they say, they got hearts of lions. Morocco's a good team. They could be the dark horse. They could be like the team to beat, making some upsets. But it doesn't matter. Whoever wins between Canada and Morocco will play the winner of France and Paraguay. And I think France will win that game. So, and then I think Morocco or Canada does not stand a chance against France. Just, technically speaking, just. Okay, so we had a little bit of a bounce. Okay, came back up and bounced. Okay, so we're still in here. Now the volume might be fizzling off. Okay, so we're coming down to a location right in here. That's a daily point of interest. So if we're looking to buy, we're at we can justify a buy, but it's still pushing down. Okay, I haven't seen a blue candle print and I haven't seen a higher high yet. Okay, so I'm still giving it to the sellers are still pushing down. Okay. Tolume, you got to take the kids to karate. Have fun. That's a fun time. Taking the kids karate. Maybe put some alerts on your chart, Tolume, as you leave, and just watch these levels throughout the day and see what happens here. Okay. Okay. So again, we're building now. It's got a higher low, so we're starting to see some higher lows. But let's see if we can get one big bullish candle printing out of here. Closing blue, at least maybe doing his job, creating a new high, changing some sort of character here. Now we can see we can see volume kind of tapering off. Okay, maybe sellers are not finding any more bids down in here, and then now all buyers got to do is start asking to trade back up here, and maybe we could technically reverse this trend, but we still got to give it. Sellers are in control. I'm just going back to my spreads. Guys, if you need signals, we also have this on the left of my chart, this Discord signal channel, where you get the trades. This was earlier at 9:30. The buy on gold hit approximately almost 400 pips. So we do have that. Guys, I'm just going to look at news real quick. Any news up to date? Okay, so we got some news just before 1. U.S. tries to talk Iran out of the tolls as talks resume in Doha. There's talks of the tolls, that Iran wants to place tolls on the Strait of Hormuz. So now they're talking to take those off the table. What's going on here? So coming from President Zelensky in Ukraine, Russia prepares new massive airstrike on Ukraine. Trump is talking. Micron announced a $250 million investment in Trump accounts. Come on. Guys, I'm reading this right here. Trump. Micron announced a $250 million investment in Trump accounts. I kid you not, okay? I'm reading that right there. Oh my God. Trump, Micron, a truly great American company and one of the hottest anywhere in the world, has announced $250 million investment in Trump accounts. Unbelievable. Let's invest in Micron. We're going to make money. It's going in Trump's account. And Trump has made billions of dollars in his term. So you want to follow a leading indicator? Follow Donald Trump. Holy, he's even named it his Trump account, like right there in plain sight, like nothing to hide. I remember back in the day, politicians would hide all of their insider trading and not disclose it. This guy comes out and tweets his shit like he's making just it's unbelievable. Good for him. Why not? If you can do it, do it. The whole world is corrupt. I might be the only honest person left in this entire planet. When you see this is like, wow. It's time to short Micron. Good luck. You'll probably get squeezed. Wow, that's crazy, crazy, crazy stuff. Okay, what else? So just scrolling up, looking at today's news as we're approaching that zone right there. You can go look at all of the remarks made by Warsh earlier this morning at 9 a.m. Here he is. Okay. Here's all of the remarks. So this is on Financial Juice, guys. You can come on here and read all of this. Holy shit. There's a lot of remarks throughout the entire day. Okay, so look now. Now we've tapped into here. We've tapped into this daily point of interest. So let's just see where I got this yellow line from, just to make it more clear to everybody. Where did this yellow line come from? It came from, remember, the bodies right here. The body close of Friday and Monday's open. So we're right back to the weekly open right there. Okay, so see how now it's bouncing off. Okay, now we got a blue candle printing right off of it. Okay, so is this time to buy right now, or should we wait for this candle to close? I know it's nice, it bounced, but I'm going to wait for it to close. I want to see at least a minimum change of character, a new higher high, or a bullish engulfing candle. At least engulf this or close 50%. But you can see we've got a nice blue candle printing so far at this daily point of interest. Okay, if you want to take a buy now, you can, but you're buying it again prior to close, which could, if you bought that one, again, it came back down. If you bought that one, it came back down. Okay, same thing. If you buy this, it could come back down. But this now has tapped and broke that yellow line. So it's a different story now. But regardless, if we wait for it, we're going to wait 3 more minutes. And this is a new hourly candle at 1 p.m. too. Okay, so Why don't we just wait for it to close? See what happens. See how now it came right back up to like the opening balance and sellers are still there rejecting it down. I'm possibly entertaining a buy, okay? To buy this pullback that we've retraced all the way back down into here, okay? I would love for it to come in here. This would be an optimal buying situation. Maybe it will come down in here. Maybe this candle will close below and continue to trickle down. However, we're trading at now the opening weekly balance. Okay, now it's coming back up, 2 minutes to go. It's engulfing right now, okay, but the candle has not closed yet. Kung, you hit your stop loss because you didn't wait for confirmation. That's why I say, when in doubt, wait it out. You don't need to just jump in right away, right? Just wait for candles to close. Even this one is a nice blue candle, but it could get exhausted as we go into the close, right? That's the hardest part about trading, is waiting for a candle to close, because you see a nice big blue candle building. You want to jump in. That's that FOMO. But the discipline is to stick to your plan. I said, guys, I'm waiting for this candle to close regardless, but I'm still watching it. I see a new higher high. Now it's coming right back down to the opening balance. Look at these sellers now have flipped it down. This could close below and continue to push down. And then you see, I could have got sucked in on a buy on that, and I would be in drawdown right now. Okay. And then I still see lower highs, lower highs. Sellers are still with a new lower low, still in control. The hardest thing in trading is to predict what comes out of Trump's mouth. Yeah, I agree. Nobody knows what will come out of his mouth. See what's going on in the Discord. Let's take a look, guys. Tyler. Wow, $8,000, Tyler. Holy shit, bro. Amazing, amazing. Guys, this is our Discord over here with the snipers. Doing fantastic things. Tyler's in there. Dave is in there. Forex Borix is in here. Raul, Country Cousin, my man. Best Mike. Best Mike has been doing amazing as of late. I'm following you, Mike. You're killing it. Good for you, man. You might be the next one on deck for a one-on-one to discuss everything that you're doing. I love it. Serge, my man. Good job. Chris AUD. Amazing. Where's Tenerife? Greetings from Tenerife. I don't know where this is. Can someone tell me where this is? Where's Tenerife? I've never heard of that. Canary Islands. Holy, that is beautiful. Not bad profit. $2,000 on the Canary Islands. See, we've got snipers in our group who are trading on islands, and maybe he should be a YouTuber. That's the lifestyle we all want right there. Amazing. See, I don't need to do this. You guys are doing this. Good for you guys. Spanish Islands. I got to get out there. Azores. Is that where it is? Okay. So now what happened with that candle? We got a 50-50, just maybe 55-45 probability, just a small bullish spin top. Okay. So look at now we got wick. So it could be building, but this is an ignited bearish candle. So you guys know how strong ignited bearish candles are. If this black candle closes below this green zone, then we're below that daily point of interest. We could further, even fall down a little further, and we could get a better discounted buying opportunity down in here. Okay. It's still pushing down. Do I want to sell the lowest point? I know, I clearly said that before, because we're at this daily point of interest. I wanted to watch what happens here, because sometimes if you sold, that could be a blue candle. Then the next one is bullish coming right back up. Now it's a massive black ignited candle, continue to push down. Now what I got to watch for is, will it close below this green zone? Because if it does, then this is what I will be doing. while flipping the zone red, and we could further push down. See, like there's no traffic. See that big blue candle that just broke right out of there? There's no like, consolidation. There's nothing. So they could really, really come down black and really come down and test these locations. There's absolutely no traffic there. Now we've got a big spike. That could be liquidity that was just grabbed. And this candle could now close back above and reverse back up bullish. So this is what I mean. We got to watch for clues. That's a big ignited candle, came all the way down. It just hit that low right there. And when it came down to 4,068 and a quarter, there was a big spike in the price action. So it hit a pending order right there. And as it's coming up, the sellers are still offering and continue to push down, right? The sellers are still doing their job here. I would love to come to Uzbekistan. Wow, that's a nice comment. Nor Versev. Hello from Uzbekistan. Here in Uzbekistan, many young people are scalping traders because we are hungry to succeed. I know. I'm that. I got that same mentality too. And you want to build a better future. I hope one day you can visit Uzbekistan one day. It's beautiful. I know. I've seen pictures of Uzbekistan, and shout outs to the football team in the World Cup. You guys really have a good, solid football team. They played very, very good soccer. I would love to come visit everywhere around the world. It's just time, guys. I don't have enough time, to do all these things. But at one point, when I'm ready to say I'm officially done educating and done trading and done with YouTube, then I'm going to take the family out and we're going to go all around the world. I do travel, but I want to, just enjoy it where you're not, got to go somewhere and you got to stream or you got to do this or you got to do that. But we're not there yet. We still got a lot of years left in us. I believe 44 years old is still young. At least I tell myself that. Guys, if you're new here, leave us a like, leave us a subscribe. We're at 600 viewers. Remember what I said. If we got 500 likes on today's call, someone's going to win a lucky one-on-one to go over anything with me on YouTube. I've already announced the guys on Zoom that I got to get to. Once we get through that group, then we're going to be opening it up to new traders, okay? But I want to really help the guys that need it, right? And guys that are doing changing and becoming successful right now. I just want to have that little chit chat with you, that little pep talk, and just to keep you straight and focused. I don't want you to go from when you were struggling to now you figured it out, and then I don't want you to go back to struggling again. I really want you. This is now your moment, but I need to have that little pep talk with you just to continue to keep you focused. I'm good at what I do, and I know what you guys are going through. I've been through there, okay? This is a black candle that has officially closed below the yellow line and below the zone. So I'm flipping the zone red. I'm giving it the momentum to the sellers, okay? They are still strong, okay? So yes, I was looking for a buy at this daily point of interest, but you see, I didn't just buy on impulse. I didn't just buy because it came down there. You see, I'm a trader that watches what happens. I wait for bodies to close, and it's still technically bearish, okay? Could we drop down further? Absolutely. What would be the next location? Right here, the top of the green box, 4,063, because now this is an hourly point of control. Let me tell you where I got this green box from. It's a white line, so I know I got it from the hour. So come to the 1 hour, and this is this right here. Remember we did the point of control of the opening of 9 a.m. from the open to the close, where we said it is and it is not a structural bar, it did technically. So that's what we measured. Now you see the hourly is still coming down, new hour, okay? So it still could be bearish, where this hourly candle could continue to come down, and that's what we would be looking for. I'll draw like a red line so you guys know I'm looking for top of that green box right there as well, okay? The best location is right there at the white line, okay? But now it's continuing push. Now I see it broke on the hourly, so now the hourly volume could continue to come through, okay? Let's see if it will trickle down. You might see a big black candle, just like this big blue candle that came right through here. There's no traffic. What I'm saying is there's no like bodies in between here. You know when sometimes it trades sideways and there's a little bit of zigzag trading where it goes like, where it comes down and it goes up and goes down like this? Are we coming right back into that location? You know what I mean? There's nothing. There's no candles here. So that was just right at 935. It just skyrocketed right through there. Okay. So we have no traffic. So if they really want to retrace it back down, they could easily do that. Okay. But now we got another candle, blue, coming back up. So we're trading now into the red zone. If they can come back up, green, blue, 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 close above, I'm flipping the red zone back to green. And maybe we could again get above there, and then might be a nice opportunity to look for the buy. Okay, guys, I have about 15 more minutes on this call. Okay, I'm gonna go till 1:30. Normally we just stay till 1, so I'm going in overtime here. Okay, I really want to look for maybe if there's a setup, but I also got things to do today. And then tomorrow, guys, don't forget. Okay, please go over our blog and read up on what is NFP. Sorry, that's not the blog. Right over here. Go to our blog section. I know some of you guys said, Ron, I was talking too much when I was reading it, but it's there for you. The possible scenarios, everything. Everything you need to know about tomorrow's NFP is right there, okay? Please take 5 minutes and read it. And trade very, very careful tomorrow morning, okay? I'm going to reiterate this. If you're having a good week, you've had a good month, you're doing well, don't blow it tomorrow. Be safe. Be lower your sizing, okay? Watch. If you're going to take a speculative trade, take a small feeler trade. See what happens, okay? If it meets all your requirements, then you can enter with a larger position if you feel it's suitable for that. But just be careful, okay? Remember, you know, I can't say the next day is going to be a trading day because it's not. U.S. banks will be closed, but Monday is another day. It's a brand new week. You know, we can digest some information over the weekend. We can get through the NFP, and then maybe next week is a 5-day trading week. We might have the best week of volume, right? Okay, but you see, if I know some of you guys might be buying, but you see the buyers, okay, are there, but they're not closing with conviction. Okay, they're there, but we got to get a nice solid close. Oh, sorry, guys. I don't even have any indicators on my chart. I apologize. Nobody reminded me. The 9 EMA, we're right there. There's the 9 EMA, the green line. We're below it. The 200 EMA is, where's the 200? Look at where the 200 EMA is. It's in here, that hourly zone, okay? And then our daily bar indicator is right here. So we've got still the daily volume. Okay, now we're coming in, nice bullish candle closing now in 10 seconds. Now we might have an engulfed candle. Get ready. Short wicks might close above the zone. Let's see, okay? Okay, so did it close above the zone? No. Can I technically make it green as of yet? I can't, okay? But is it ignited? Yes. Can it continue to fill that wick and drive? Yes, it can. So do we take the buy here? Now I see that there's a one bottom, like right here, okay? So when I'm just drawing like a 5-minute bottom, right there to the bodies to there, just to help me understand that we've got at least one bottom established so far. Okay, so if it comes back down, you guys know a double bottom is better than just one, okay? So this could be a candle that's going to break and fill that wick. It could fill, get up to that 9 EMA, be a lower high, and get rejected right back down. Notice how I didn't make the zone green. Why? Because technically, this blue candle did not close above it. It came up there and it closed right there. It closed inside of it, okay? So we're still technically in a red zone, okay? Will this candle be the one to close above? Again, if you don't want to wait for 4 more minutes, there's lower time frames you can go into. You can go into the 1 minutes and watch. Like we literally did not even have a 1-minute candle. This could be the first 1-minute candle that could close. But look, impulse, impulse, and then look at boom, it's coming right back down. Okay, so our 5-minute candle has a wick on it. There it is. Okay, so we're still trading above the daily point of interest. How do you guys have a stop loss hit? Oh, maybe you guys were trading prior. Okay, I'm not even in a trade. So don't put that blame on me that your stop loss hit. You're trading on your own. Okay, but stop losses do happen. I get stopped out too, but did you manage your risk? Okay, if you got stopped out and now your next sentence is, Ron, I just blew up my account, then I have nothing good to say about that, right? You're trading reckless. If you say to me, Ron, I just got my stop loss hit, I used proper risk management, I maybe just lost a small percentage and I'm ready, refocused, then we're having a different conversation, okay? But if you just say to me, oh, my stop loss got hit and I just blew up an account, you're a dime a dozen, okay? You got to learn what you're doing. What were you doing? Were you buying? Were you buying against this trend? Only 70-cent loss. Okay, well that's I don't look at the dollar. I look at pips or percentage. What percentage of that 70 cents, what percentage is that of your account? How many pips is that? Talk my language. I don't care about dollar figures, okay? Dollars, cents don't mean nothing to me. What is the percentage? I'm a mathematics guy. If you tell me you lost 0.1%, 0.2, if you tell me you lost 20%, that's a different story. What is the percentage? And you see, guys, we're still barcoding in the red zone. Black, blue, black. Okay, now it's coming down. Will it build something or continue to push down? So you see, we're at a location where we could potentially be entertaining a buy. Okay, a 0.00001%. Okay, so see how you can be, when you say your stop loss got hit, and then now you're using like a demo account with a 0.0001, see how you can throw a streamer off, or how you can change the way how we're trading here? Because we all see that you say you hit your stop loss, and we assume that it's a big loss, and it's basically nothing, okay? But you see how it affects me when I see that, when I hear that, and then it's like, it's nothing for this person, okay? So learn from it, okay? I know it might be a joke to you. It might be 0.00001 or 70 cents, but learn. What did you do now, okay? Forget about the loss, forget about the money. Now look, what were you doing? Were you buying against a downtrend? How did you get stopped out with just this volume? How tight is your stop loss? Like, you're not even giving it any room to breathe. That's why I like to dissect someone's analysis and help them understand what went wrong and how to improve it, as opposed to just talking, you should have done this or you could have done that. I really got to get to understand your mental. That's what I do on the one-on-ones in Zoom. I really let you speak, and then I try to help you out as much as I can and really get you thinking about the trade. Okay, so you see we got now a wick, a wick, a wick. So there is some sort of building going on, but we still don't have an engulfing blue candle. We never closed above the zone yet. We're still closing black inside. We still closed below the yellow line. So technically it could come back down, but now we have another bullish ignited candle opening. So we're barcoding right now. Black, blue, right? But we got to give it time to develop. Now it's coming back up. Okay, so it's a bullish ignited candle that could easily fill these wicks and then blow right through here. Okay, but that's, again, if we take that, we are trading on impulse. Okay, otherwise you got to, again, wait for this body to close. Otherwise, go into the lower time frames and follow your lower time frames. Now I see the 1 minute candle has a ignited, engulfed 1 minute candle. Next one is another ignited short wick 1 minute candles popping. So this 1 minute candle should technically be an impulse break and fill these wicks. Okay, it's closing in 10 seconds. I'm on the 1 minutes now. Okay, I'm not on the 5 anymore. I'm watching the ones. Okay, so will the one? No, it got rejected and still right here. Okay, so it didn't. Now the next 1 minute candle, do you see that? It was open bearish ignited, pushed down, caught a wick really fast. So this 1 minute candle should technically fill this high. This 1 minute should be doing its job and technically breaking out. But you still see the sellers are there pushing it down, even on the 1 minutes. Okay, so if the 1 minutes are not breaking out of here, how can the 5 minute candle be breaking out of here? There's the rejection wick. Okay, we might lose our entire opening ignited body and then lose all that momentum. And what's holding it is this 1 minute candle that just opened right there at 120. Okay. See how I flip-flop from 5 minutes? We just lost it. So now I know my 5 minute candle just lost its ignited open, and now it's a shooting star candle pushing down still. So the sellers still have control. That's a shooting star. The sellers could continue filling that wick and drop it even lower. Now we got to build again. We're in a building phase. Can it build some higher lows and come back up? This is shitty trading volume. In my opinion, this is the worst volume to trade. It's black, blue, like it's going nowhere, right? We just caught a phase of accumulation right at this daily point of interest. Do you guys see when you just wait for a candle to close, you can see a clearer picture, and you can avoid stressing yourself with buying and selling all this? Some of you guys are already hitting stop losses, and I'm still asking you, why the hell are you guys even in a trade right now? And I'm not even in a trade, and I have not hit my stop loss. Like, that's what I'm saying. Just analysis is your friend in trading. Patience is your friend. You'll get more information when a candle officially closes than just when it opens and you're just hoping for a buy or sell. And thank you to all of those that subscribe to the channel. You guys are amazing. We're almost at, look at this, 103 and 500. Amazing. Guys, there's that silver play button. I don't know if you can see it behind me, but we got it. So thank you to all of you guys. I don't know how it's going to change my life or anything like that, but it's nice to have that thing. At least when you set yourself to do something on YouTube, we never thought we would have 1 subscriber. You know, when we got 10, 100, we're like, okay, that's nice. But then when we got that 1,000 subscribers, then you get in that, then YouTube recognizes you, gives you a congratulations email. And that was nice. And then let alone 10,000 subscribers, then we're at 100,000. The next big milestone in YouTube is, in my opinion, is impossible, but it doesn't go like 200,000. They award you 250. It goes to 1 million. My son told me it's a 1 million gold play button. I'm like, 1 million. I'm going to be 100 years old scalping the markets with you guys. I'm like, I told my kids, I don't think Papa can do that. This is good enough. but 1 million, come on. I don't think I can do that. But I don't see why not. Why isn't there, like, in a population of over 8 billion, and to think just 1 million people want to learn about financial freedom or learn about price action, right? For free, doesn't cost anything on YouTube. Last time I checked, doesn't cost you anything. We're not begging you to join our program. We're saying if you want to take your trading to the next level and trade with the guys on Discord, trade with Dave, get all the education, the trade signals, the indicators, the education, the full academy, yes, then there's a cost to that, just like in anything in life. If you go to school, why isn't college free? Why isn't university free? Why do you got to pay for tuition in university? This is the same thing as going to school, guys. This is you're earning a financial education. I know a lot of people just think of it as trading and gambling when you talk to your neighbor, but this is actually a financial education. I went to university. I did economics, finance, business, mathematics. I worked in the financial sector. And I know how it is, okay? Nothing was free in my life. I had to pay for it. So I understand this game is not cheap. To pay for TradingView is expensive. To put money in the markets and test out your theories and your strategies, and you constantly lose, costs money. To pay for level 2, level 3 analysis, to pay for depth of market, costs you money, costs you money, costs you money. Any type of education you buy in trading, you buy a book, you buy an audiobook, you buy a whatever, a webinar, I don't know. It costs money. This education is costly, okay? And sometimes for some of you, it won't even yield any return. Some of you guys will be in this for years and years and years, and you won't even have a dollar to show for. And that's normal. That's normal. For the first 5 years of my trading, I kept spending money on education, trading academies, losing money. It's the cost of the game to learn. But once you learn it, don't lose it. Once you start making money, that's why I want to really talk to the guys in Zoom who are now changing and now actually making money. I don't want you to go back and start gambling again. I don't want you guys to forget where you came from. You know, that's why I want to have those calls with you and really, really have that conversation with you guys, because I know how hard it is to come back from that. And when you're on now the good foot forward, don't lose that momentum. You're like a bullish candlestick now. You know, you were in drawdown, you were a bearish candle. Then you turned into a spin top candle. And then you were guessing your strategy. It was good, then it wasn't good, then it was good, then it wasn't good. You know, I want you to be this type of candle where you understand everything and you're ignited. You're doing really well. You're passionate about learning. You're continuing to learn, and then it will continue, right? You're going to have like this. You're going to have bad days in trading. You're going to have setbacks, but you're not going to just lose everything, all of your education you've learned over all of the months, the years, you know? You're going to use it. Like, it really does help you guys. But again, look at in here, like, man, I want to hit a trade so bad, and we're going into 130, but I don't want to force a trade here. This might be like yesterday's call too, where it needs to take time to develop or grab some liquidity, and then the real move will happen. You know, sometimes right after the call it happens, like something like this. If it comes in here, one big liquidity spike come into there, grab a quick wick, close above, and boom, it's gone like a rocket. There's your inverted head and shoulder pattern. That's what you look for. Liquidity grab at that location, come down, grab those pending orders, and then flip. But before that happens, it's still building. Like I got a higher low, and a higher low, still building in here. And we're going into 130 in 2 minutes. So we're going to have a new 30-minute candle. Will that change momentum, or will that drop the market? And then we look for that liquidity grab. How do you join Discord? By joining the community. Go to the website, okay? This is a technological age. Go to the website, Stock Sniper Trading, and join. Everything is here. Our education, products, plans, all of our live sessions. If you need one-on-ones, calendars, we got the news calendar, economic calendar, and the free blogs that I keep telling you guys, please read, especially this one tomorrow. Here was the FOMC blog. Here's the NFP blog. Tomorrow's NFP. Do you not want to know a little bit more about NFP? Full breakdown of what it is with the potential scenarios. Okay, so we got a lot of wicks here. Okay, we got a wick, 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 and wick. Mike, I appreciate you. I'm always here for everyone's individual journey. Everyone has a different journey, but one thing with SST, Dave and I are very loyal. We're here with you guys day in and day out. Not tomorrow on a US bank holiday, okay? But every other day we're here with you guys, okay? We live through you guys, okay? Your journey is inspiring to us. Your success is our success. Your losses is our losses, okay? We're a team. We're a community. We're a family. When you blow up your account, it hurts me. It hurts a lot. When I see you being successful, I win with you. You know, that's how we are. It's like proud moments here, but we know the struggles, how it is. Now look, in 130, a new 30-minute candle is opening. Did you see how it was bullish, ignited, and just shot up here? Okay, so it opened really strong. Let's see if it can sustain that balance. Okay, it's an ignited 30-minute open. I know it just opened for 30 seconds, but that still could establish the opening price. Okay, now because it was a nice big open, it still needs to do a job. This 5-minute candle still needs to either engulf this body or get above that high. Remember, we got yes, so that's strong. Do we just buy it right now? You could, and it could continue to move up. But same thing, I could say that for that candle, that candle, that candle, that candle. If we just buy this one, it could come right back down and put us in drawdown. So, you know, the only other thing now is this is a new 30-minute candle, okay? But still, we can still wait patiently and see, will this blue candle close above this red zone? Will it get rejected all the way back down? Yes, I might be missing out on potential impulse move, but
I can say the same. If I bought that one, I would have been in drawdown. If I bought that one, I would have been in drawdown. If I bought that one, I would have been in drawdown. If I buy this one, I could be saying the same thing. But the only difference is now this is a 30-minute candle. So this is strong, but maybe this will be a structural candle. Okay, we can base good analysis. If it comes through here and closes above here, we flip it. Next pullback could be a great buying opportunity and then take us up through here with minimal to zero drawdown. Okay, so I'm going to wait for this candle to close regardless. Okay, I know it's exciting. It's a bullish ignited candle pushing up. And you can see on the 1 minute, it was just that 1 minute bar just opened right there, 130. Boom, it shot right back up there. Again, we're at the red zone, and then they're pushing it right back down. So even the 1 minutes are inside here. And there's the wick too. So you never know. They could exhaust this whole thing right back down. Kai, you've been running through all the videos and you want to say thanks to the time you put into helping you on your journey? Absolutely, Kai. You know, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you watching all those videos. I know Justin went through all those, you know, spent months going through those. He took time away from his family, wife and kids to watch those videos. That means a lot to me. And Justin is doing amazing. He's trading London sessions that works with his schedule and his family, and he's doing fantastic. So that's what trading is, guys. You learn, you figure out what works for your situation, your lifestyle, your family life. Justin can't dedicate too much time trading New York. He trades, gets up early morning and does Londons. That's works for him, you know, and I respect that a lot. Everyone's got to find what works best for you. Okay, your session, your time. Some of you guys trade work a 9-to-5 job, so you guys trade the Tokyo Asian markets or London before work. You know, it's just I respect the grind. I respect the hustle. That's the sacrifices you got to make to be a trader. We're not showing you. I'm not living on the Canary Islands. Like some of you guys over here trading, making $2,000 on the Canary Islands. I wish that was me, but that's not me. I'm grinding in my basement over here. Can you get Justin's channel? I don't think Justin has a YouTube. Justin is in our Zoom, but maybe Justin, you hear that? They want your channel. Justin's channel will be coming out soon. He can do everything. Justin, I don't know if he's on the call, but Justin, you need to open up a YouTube channel. He can teach you everything that he knows. Okay, so what's going on with this candle? We're closing in 50 seconds. It was really nice and bullish, got up to there. They rejected it. How much of this volume are we going to keep? Are we closing back above that yellow line? We can build off of it. Man, are they going to reject it back down? Will the next bar be barcoding black? And then if it is, that's basically it for me. Yeah, am I in Mama's basement? Yeah, I'm in Mama's basement. Mama's got a nice basement down here. I wish I was living with my mama. You know, as you get older, you know, like, are you trying to make fun of me? Yeah, but I wish I was living in my mom's basement. She would be making me nice home-cooked Albanian food. I can go upstairs and see my mom and give her a big hug. I would love that. I would love. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to actually go move into my mom's basement. She is 80 years old, so I'll go move in with her. I got no shame in that. I'm a mama's boy. Who doesn't want to move in with their mom? I would love that. More time I get to spend with my mom, that's a great time. Okay, so what did that candle do? It engulfed this black one. It created a high, but closed inside the red zone. So we still have black. Yeah, Timmy, no bills? Yeah, that would be nice. Oh, man. If my parents could pay all my bills. I don't even want to tell you what my utility bill was last month. I've got a hot tub, a sauna, a gym, like a air condition in the garage. Like, I don't even want to tell you because no one will believe me. But these oil and energy costs are out of control here in Canada. We're not getting any relief. I feel like I'm just trading to pay for these utility bills. There's nothing like mom's cooking. Yes, I agree. I will tell you that. Don't tell my wife that. That's between us and our little secret. Nobody be rats here. Nobody rat me out. Don't get me in trouble, because then you won't see Ron on YouTube anymore. Okay? This is what I do with my fun time. But yes, my mom does make better food than my wife. Shh, don't tell anyone. Trump is coming to save us. Anything is better than Carney too. Did I say we're in Canada? Yes. Okay, guys, you know, as much as I want to stay and it's setting itself up for a proper trade here, oh my goodness, it's like the market is teasing us. So it came down, it's back up, came down. You can treat that as a nice little double bottom, a little funky one. But if we get that break, close above, we flip the red zone green, maybe a pullback right at the top of the zone, yellow line. That's all it takes. And that could be a buy to continue to come up to next hourly point of interest, the next hourly line. If it gets up there, right, it's got to do its job. It's got to close above here, above the red zone. It's still got a wick, a wick, a wick, a wick, and a wick. Good for you, Apache. I respect that. You're 60 years old. You're living with your mom who's 95 with mild Alzheimer, and you're proud and happy. Good. You're taking care of your mom. You know, that's life. When you're born, our moms take care of us when we're babies. And then now you're returning the favor. When your mom is old, you're taking care of her. That's beautiful. That's what life is. That's the cycle of life. Who was my teacher? For what grade? What grade? Grade 1 was Mrs. McGregor Brown. Grade 2 was Mr. Carpenter. Grade 3 was Mrs. Lewis. Grade 4, I had Mr. Innes. I can go into high school. Grade 9, I had Mr. Clark. He was also my basketball coach. And then in university, I can barely remember my university teacher's names. Who was my teacher? Like, what do you mean? You want me to go through my Forex and math teacher? I'm my own math teacher. Mike, do solar panels work in Canada? There is some houses with solar panels, yeah, but we don't have too much sun in Canada. we only have a couple months of sun. Otherwise, it's cold and it's winter. We don't get a lot of snow. Okay, guys, before I go, man, I really want to, I'm itching to take a trade. We got 400 likes. So when I said at the end of the call, if there was 500 likes, I would award someone with a free 101. We're not there. Maybe we'll do it again tomorrow. But we had 600 viewers. There was enough people to hit the likes, but not there yet. Fortunately, I was going to do a free 101 with a lucky winner. Maybe next time. We'll do it tomorrow. Okay, guys, as much as I want to stay and take a trade with you guys, I know it's building, but you know, I got things to do now. I'm out of here. Have a great day. Please trade careful. Yes, this could still continue to push down, lower highs and big bearish candles. We're still in the zone. This is not the best volume to be trading. Just watch. Have your alerts set up, guys. Today was a great analysis call. Really taught the technicals of doing a top-down analysis and watching your zones. Oh man, it's like teasing me to stay or go. What do we do here? Man, and it's going into 145, a new 15-minute candle. Look at Simon. Simon is look at Simon over here in our index channel. Look at it. He's just got his highs and lows and points of interest and just trading the one same security all through here. Amazing. Like there it is. $450 in sells now, selling the top. Look at it, took out swept the high up there and then reversed with a V recovery coming down. There it is. Simon, congratulations, bro. I see you posting in the index channel. I know the index doesn't get as much love anymore, but we got Serge in there. Sean, my man, good job, bro. Simon, you're doing amazing in here. Anyone in Zoom, guys, if you want to learn, like also that we can trade indices, look at what's going on. Charts are being shared in here, showing everything, showcasing everything. That's beautiful. Look at how the price action came right up, swept that high. I guarantee you there was a pattern that faked below, retest that, and now you got the V bottom recovery, and then coming down could come into support or resistance, turning to support right there. I love it. Good trade. Okay, guys, now we're breaking out. Okay, this is an impulse. This could be our first blue candle that technically closes above our red zone. This could be what we're looking for, right? Because everything else was an impulse, failed close, impulse, failed close, impulse, failed close, impulse, failed close, impulse, failed close. Now we're getting an impulse. This could confirm close. 2.5 more minutes to go. So what does that confirm? Does it confirm that we're going to make money? Does it confirm we're going into a buy? What it will confirm is the buyers have created a bottom, developed it just below this daily point of interest. So if we go back to the daily, you can see the daily candle has recovered and we're still above this yellow line. That was, look, Friday's close and Monday's open. We got a little bit of daily volume still above it. Will the daily candle still continue to backfill its wicks? Remember, we've got hourly resistance above us, the white line and the white line, okay? So now it came up. Still, look at where it got rejected. I'm a very technical trader, right at that body, right there. That body at 12:55 before we went into 1 p.m. came right up there, 4,073, and they've rejected it back down. So it's closing in 90 seconds. Look at it. It might get rejected and close back inside the red block again. This is going to be interesting close here. Wow. Timmy, you're watching the wick to the left, the 15-minute as well. Let's take a look. Let's look at the 15. Yeah, the 15. Timmy, this might be a bullish 15-minute engulfed candle, engulfing and closing above the daily point of interest. So when we're looking at the higher time frame 15-minute, now we're getting some 15-minute bias, okay? And it's closing in 1 minute and we're getting a new 15-minute candle opening as well. So this could establish the first bottom on the 15 minutes. Look at it now. So it could build and then we get our retracement back up. However, it could just consolidate and continue to push down. But we do have a good base of support on the 15. I'm watching on the close on the 5. And look at it. It's right back. Wow, they rejected it right back down into the red zone. Unbelievable. Okay, so that was a big, massive bullish breakout candle. Like from the low to the high, that's a nice, that's a 35 pip candle, and they've rejected it back down. So look at it, 20 seconds and we're right back in that zone. That's why, man, it's not easy to trade. It's not. Anyone that says this is easy, oh man, I like them to explain to me how trading is easy. Look at it. When we've been very patient. Do you know how many times we could have got sucked in buys or sucked in sells? And look, it closed right back in that zone. So then again, they open it, bullish ignited. And again, it could be an impulse coming back up, rejected back down, or the sellers could bring it right back down. So I waited for that to close. I waited, and I extended it as much as I could. But I can't sit because it could trade in here for the next little bit, and I don't have the time. My daughter keeps messaging me, and she's the boss of the house. And when she's messaging me and she's saying, Dada, ice cream, that's it. She's the boss. And she's telling me wrap it up right now. So I got to get out of here. I got to go entertain these kids now, have some fun with them. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, so our schedule tomorrow is FOMC will be with Dave. Okay, so Dave is doing tomorrow's session, 8 a.m. He'll do, or not FOMC, I'm sorry, NFP tomorrow morning. And then we'll do post NFP GBP will be coming in 11 a.m. tomorrow. Friday, it hasn't been updated, but Friday will be canceled, okay? Due to the US bank holiday, we're taking Friday off and enjoying a long weekend, okay? And also, happy Canada Day to all of our fellow Canadian snipers out there. We love you guys. Enjoy your day today. Have maybe in the evening, enjoy a little fire, have some fireworks, have a barbecue, have a drink, have a smoke. Enjoy Canada Day, okay? And also Friday, guys, if I don't see you guys, to our Americans, if you're taking a extended long weekend, happy Independence Day to you guys. I don't know what you guys celebrate in Europe right now, but whatever you guys are celebrating, whether it's World Cup or you guys have anything going on, I hope you guys, cheers to you guys as well. And we'll see you guys tomorrow, okay? Keep an eye on this area, okay? It's still building, higher lows, higher lows. If we get some volume, this could be start of the retracement back up, okay? But guys, I had a great time. Thank you guys for all the subscribes. Thank you for everything, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a fantastic, oh, one more subscriber will be 420. That will be a perfect number. Okay, guys? Have a great day. Enjoy your day. Stay cool. Stay in the air-conditioned weather in this heat wave. Don't go out and get heat stroke or anything like that, okay? Have a great day. Enjoy your football games today. We'll see you guys tomorrow. God bless everyone. Thank you. Have a good day, guys. Simon, amazing analysis in the index. Congratulations to you, boss. Continued success. Great job. Mike, have a great day. Timmy, take care, boss. Sang, I appreciate you. Have an awesome day. Sorry, guys. I tried to wait as much as I could for a possible trade. It's just gold is very, very choppy right now. So just be careful with it. Look how they rejected it back in there. So that this is a good example of why discipline, patience, you have to have it. Okay. No real move as of yet. The market will move, but just right at this moment in time, it's not moving. Just continue to watch for your clues and wait for bodies to close, okay? Have a great day, guys, and enjoy your day. Vinay, have a good day. Sanya, take care. Have a good day, guys.